and in theory it should be working. It shows YouTube's on. Oh shoot, let me make sure Twitter's on. I need to make a Twitter post real quick, just
Uh,
advertising
I
the
was
stream.
about to say, double check Twitter.
Yep.
I see live coverage Yagi from you, by the
Yeah, and then
way.
I'm gonna quote tweet the stream and then show the satellite.
Oh my goodness.
Let's see. Okay, there we go. Typhoon is.
Oh my, Chase, I'm gonna send you
Mhm.
something. Look at this.
Hold on.
I'm just gonna post it in chat. This is what
That's
5 feet
painful image
of
there.
this is what 5 feet of water will do to the Vietnam coastline. It'll flood it almost to Hanoi City.
Oh, I mean, yeah, it's a river delta, so.
Yeah, we're looking at 13 feet, 16 feet.
I would err on the side of 16 feet. Most of the population lies within 2.5 meters of the sea level. So,
Yeah.
That delta is going to flood.
Alright, so let's go. That's on. Is YouTube working? Yes, it is. Okay. So, time to pull up the graphic. Alright. And Crazy, you sent me something as well? Wow, that's satellite imagery, yeah. Alright, I'm gonna
Yeah,
pull this
that.
up on stream. Its eye is continuing to warm, it seems like, right? Or has it cooled recently?
Yeah, weather.com.cn as well. I'll tell you where to
Yep,
go.
weather.com slash or .cn.
.cn, yeah.
And while
So
that
obviously go to
loads,
the radar like you did yesterday or last night when you were
mm-hmm.
streaming.
I think it was down here on the bottom right. Yep.
Yep. And then where you can
English. Let's see. So which one? Single station.
you want well you don't want single station here. You don't want
Okay.
single station
All
here.
right.
Actually, you can, but I think Guangdong is where you're supposed to go, if I
Guangdong.
remember
Okay.
correctly.
Yep. Let me pull that up.
And then I think it's the first. It's like the first one, maybe. It's one of them.
Oh, the city region. Okay. Guanzhou, maybe. No, not
It's
there.
now. I, if you can't find it within like a reasonable amount of time, just go to the multi-station, the radar puzzle, and just
Radar
go
puzzle.
to radar puzzle, and then go to the fifth one. There's South
One,
China,
two, three, four. Okay.
South
South
China.
China right here.
Yeah, and then you
There
should be
we
able
go.
to see
Yep,
it just
that
fine
is
on there as
nice.
well.
Perfect. Thank you. Wow, that is looking pretty healthy.
Yeah.
It's mainly the southwestern side that's the strongest, correct?
Well, yeah. So this is a similar system to Koinu from
Mm-hmm.
last year.
Yep, I remember doing a live
Obviously, in a
stream on
very,
that.
very, very different location, but Koinu from last year, if you remember, had a very south weighted eye wall and didn't
Mm-hmm.
look that good on IR.
Yeah.
This is a similar situation. Koinu under the hood was nearly a super typhoon.
Yes, I definitely remember that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're almost there. It's going to be C3, C4, not
It's
super
likely
typhoon.
Category 4 at this point, right?
It's gonna
Well,
remain Cat 4 to landfall. There's not
I,
really
I
much
would
thinking about it.
I would place a pretty hefty bet that this is stronger than 130. No,
Oh, definitely. Oh, definitely.
How strong do you think it
I
is?
uh,
mean, mid
I
cat
would go
4.
145, probably 120, 125 knots.
Wow,
Somewhere
okay.
around there, yeah. I think for that strong of a system, though, it's abnormally deep. I think it's between 920 and 915 millibars,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Pull up some.
which
Mhm.
is due to multiple hour replacement cycles and sort of a weird structure because obviously it has a very abnormally large core from the warm SSDs. This is kind of not exactly, but it's a similar concept to Gaimi.
Mm-hmm.
And I said this yesterday that you can think of this as like Gaimi minus in terms of the internal structure. It's not a pinhole, but
Mm-mm.
the idea of the entire core acting like an eye wall holds true here.
Yep.
What's the eye width, out of curiosity?
Oh, I can pull that
Probably,
up. Let me pull that up on Windy. Oh, wrong thing. Let me pull that up on stream. There we go. Okay.
I think it's like
I'm going to
15
use
to 20
satellite, I
nautical miles.
think.
This one maybe.
I can't really. Radar doesn't help that much since it's in an
Maybe satellite.
area with multiple radars, so it shows multiple eyes. I'm guessing this is going to be the eye right here, so I'll use that. It's around 16 miles.
16 miles. That's not bad. I think we had it at what, like 22 something
Actually, on
earlier.
satellite right here, this one shows a larger eye.
Yeah, I think
This one's around 30
probably
miles.
around 20 nautical
Oh,
miles.
jeez.
Yeah. Yeah, 20 makes sense. Maybe the eye
Yeah, I'm
temperature
gonna.
here. Part of the little villages here are in the eye, it seems like. In the northern part of the
Yeah,
eye.
The bad part is these villages are not prepared for
Yeah,
anything
they
like
Vietnam
this.
as a whole is. I don't
They
think.
are not. They are not ready for what is about to hit them. They're not.
I
They were
mean,
not
most of the,
prepared.
like, don't they have, like, cities that are actually built, like, floating cities?
Yeah, but not really
I mean,
here.
No, not really here, but I mean, I know that the river delta is packed full.
Yeah.
by the way, it is a little south of forecast. I think I should mention that too.
Oh, let
The
me pull
track
up the
right now
forecast.
it's taking is slightly south.
Alright, I like using Zoom Earth for that. I don't know. This
I
is the
think.
forecast, and I'm looking at the eye. It's hard to see, but the eye is roughly here.
Well, the eye on that satellite is actually wrong. That's not where it is.
Okay.
You have to
Radar
use
is a
radar.
complete
You have to use
disaster.
radar.
Yep. But this one shows a
Right,
compilation
Well,
of
yeah.
all of them, so...
Wow,
radar is terrible now.
that's
Well,
that's not.
the only thing, like on weather.com.cn, if you look
Mhm.
at dynamical model forecast versus where it's heading a little bit south of the dynamical model forecast right now.
Yeah, I
Just a
see
little
that.
bit.
Yeah, it's kind of like doing. It kind of did like a little wobble, but I think it's gravitating towards that southern.
Which is honestly awful, though. If it does make landfall somewhere south of Haiphong, then it's going to be rushing in. Is it Phong, I think? Or is it Pong?
Probably, yeah.
Alright, but yeah, it's going to be rushing storm surge.
High Pong. Sure, I'll say it.
Let me pull up
But
wind
yeah,
here.
I think the thing is I think most likely scenario is it actually gets directly in the eye.
Alright,
That's the most likely scenario, and I think that the storm surge impacts are just north of the city.
okay.
But northern parts of the city and areas just north near How Long, which is HJ space LONG, will experience extreme surge as well.
Alright, yeah.
So
They do have a
I
lot of barrier
mean, there's really
islands,
no
which is
good way to
helpful.
slice it at this point.
But this is all marshy, so doesn't really act as a
It,
barrier.
it's like throwing this thing into Louisiana. That river delta is just it. I don't know.
And
I
let me
think the
pull up
better
wind
comparison
damage.
than Louisiana is the Ganges River Delta, and Bangladesh is a much better comparison here, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I would say so. Or maybe even the Mesopotamian.
Make
But
sure this is
yeah, this is.
public. Yep, okay. Let me take a look at Twitter. If anyone has any comments. Someone says it's a buzzsaw. What do y'all think?
Not quite.
Buzzsaw? I mean,
You know what it looks like is a jet interaction TC that's flipped the wrong way.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like to me. But
You can see the sharp gradients right over here in terms of the cloud tops.
yeah.
What does that indicate? The strong convection?
so so basically, what's going on here is the southern side of the eye wall is noticeably stronger than the northern. Now,
Mm-hmm.
the way you can identify this is because of shear, is simply because of the fact that think of it like this: on if you're pushing on something rotating, okay,
Mm-hmm.
in this case it's the eye wall, what's going to happen if you push at it from a certain direction? Think of this: you have one side of the eye wall that's going to be accelerated and basically like stretched, if that makes any sense, and the
Yep.
other side is going to get clogged. It's going to get built up because of the direction of the shear.
Yeah.
So the side that gets clogged, the side that has a force on it, is going to want to basically almost forces like convergence there. So it fires much deeper convection than the other side of the eye wall.
Yeah.
And basically, what's happening on the north side is there actually isn't as much convection under there. It's more so just anvil.
Yep. So that's why it's all such a tight gradient.
Yeah, it's just basically anvil radiating out.
Yep.
It's not even.
Whereas the main
That's kind
center
of
is
a
where all
big.
the convection is.
Yeah, but in this case as well, it's actually much healthier underneath than most systems are because it's so deep.
Yep.
Usually, systems that are a jet interaction like this don't have any convection up shear. They have almost none. Or
Hmm.
not jet interaction, but obviously you get my point. Under
Yeah.
that amount of shear, they won't be normal underneath. They'll basically have an eye wall on one side and then have a core, a really long core, and an eye wall on the other side.
Yep.
Do you have an ETA on Landfall now?
I put down
Hmm.
2 hours 43 minutes ish, but I don't know. What do you all
I
think?
was thinking, I was thinking like an hour and a half.
Yeah,
I
I'm
do
It's not
I'm
not.
gonna be
giving
that
it
long.
around an hour 15.
Well, it's not gonna
It's
be that short either. I think 2 hours and 30 minutes maybe, but it also
Yep.
depends on if it makes them landfall on that tiny little island. This could be two landfalls.
Yeah. It's around 40 miles away from that and around 60 miles from the mainland.
Yeah, which yeah, three. Actually, checks out some more like 3 hours probably, but it's
Hmm.
probably an hour behind, so you have to subtract that.
Yep.
Um,
And also the
yeah.
eye has been warming some, or cooling some, my bad. The eye is fogging up a bit right now.
Well, you're not looking at it from an accurate angle. That's something else too.
Alright.
You can't see what the eye temp
Yep,
is from
yeah,
this
true.
angle.
Mm-hmm.
The only way to see a decently accurate representation of eye temp is to use geocompsat, which in this case is, you know.
Hmm.
But honestly, with this kind of TC, I'm not worried about eye temperature. It's not a major
Yeah,
player at this point. When you can look at radar and see what the eye wall's doing, eye temperature takes a backseat.
exactly. Yep.
So
Let's see if we can get a new image. This is pretty out of date. It's around 25 minutes out of date. I would like to try and find out the more high resolution zoom. Here's the eye. Okay, here's a. I'll zoom in closer on here. So the southwestern side's the strongest at this point, which thankfully that's
yeah,
going to be the anti-surge, rushing water away from land.
I bet it's actually not that side that's the strongest in terms of winds, though.
Oh wow, okay. Why not?
The strongest in terms of winds should be the east side in this case.
Why?
Um, it's the same deal as a lot of other jet interaction TCs. Usually, the side that's trying to build up shear is the strongest one.
Ah, okay.
So think of Ian. The side that had the
Yep.
strongest wind was like the west side, even though that's the direction the shear was out of.
Yes.
So yeah,
That
similar
makes
deal.
sense. Yeah.
Deal here.
Yeah, the problem with the radar compilation is it's showing, multiple eyes because it's compiling multiple radar sites.
Yeah,
You can see all three eyes spinning on this radar loop. It
yeah, that's a
should
little
be
bit
somewhere here.
problematic.
Yeah. I mean, at least we can tell where the, thunderstorms are and stuff like that with this compilation, but finding out the center is pretty difficult.
Yeah,
Let's see what else there is. Surface weather plots. Do we have any surface observations?
not yet.
not
I'm
yet,
perusing
but we will
Twitter
soon.
for them, but the second that
Alright.
I'm made aware of anything, I'm looking on.
Someone mentioned I'm thinking that storm surge could also funnel into Haiphong from the south on the back side of the eye wall.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
that
could
would make
happen too.
sense.
Let's take a look at that.
I mean, this could easily be a very like a worst case surge situation as well.
Yeah.
Because if you look at the where the city and the coastline is
Yeah, right here.
So up there, it's made up of many little tiny islands, and it's a fishing community, I'm told.
Yes,
So all of those cities that border the water are going to be underwater
probably.
for all intents and purposes. I mean, this is the the shoreline is very shallow, so when you funnel in that water, it has nowhere to go but up on the coastline.
Exactly.
So 12 to 16 feet of storm surge is probably going to be widespread in this case,
Yep.
Let me actually check eviz and see. I want to see something
which is, unprecedented because it's never been observed in this part of the world before.
Yeah,
completely.
this
Yep.
is crazy.
Yeah, we. I mean, we haven't seen anything like this ever. So, or
Yeah.
northern
Ever.
Vietnam. I
I'd like
mean,
to see, stuff like rainfall rates. Alright, this area doesn't show us where it's occurring. Alright, there we go, kind of. Okay, it's glitching out. But yeah, some areas, of course, are getting
Um,
around 2 inch per hour rates, mainly on the southwestern side. That makes sense.
yeah. You
And
know what I think is
let's.
a red
Mm-hmm.
flag, or was a
What?
red flag that the storm would intensify very quickly when it got here? Is yesterday
Mm-hmm.
and the day before, the outer bands were producing stratospheric convection because of how warm the water is over the Gulf of
Alright.
Tonkin. If you see outer bands consistently firing and producing convection that deep, like
Oh, yeah, are we talking
you,
about that thunderstorm last night? Or, that we saw in the Gulf of
like
Tonkin?
yeah, that should have been the red flag that the Gulf of Tonkin is ridiculously warm
Yeah. Yeah, and then you
and
keep
very
seeing the
favorable for
bands
development.
just continuously
Because
form.
yeah, but like yesterday's outer bands, if there's satellite imagery of
Oh, yeah,
yesterday, you could
like
pull up.
this.
You see how explosive those are?
Yep.
Yeah, that's not normal for anywhere.
And it
to
kept
I
be
mean,
going, and it
obviously
kept
land
going,
helps with
yep.
that, but
to be fair,
I
I
don't have
if you would have thrown
anything
this storm
radar
into
for
the
you.
Gulf of Mexico right now, it probably would have done the same thing. That's how hot the Gulf has
well,
been.
another considering factor you've taken is relative humidity. This area has extremely high
This
relative
is true
humidity.
too. Yes, you're very correct.
Yeah, let's pull up
Yeah,
humidity
so
right now, around
the reason
90%.
why we haven't seen anything like this with the Dali or W is literally just because of our age.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's
But
pretty
yeah,
moist.
Moister than an oyster.
Yeah.
yeah. Um,
Alright, let's take a look at the
oh,
other.
perfect.
What?
Actually, thank you, Adler. Thank you. Adler put in a more detailed radar loop,
Oh, nice. Perfect.
Yes,
Time
so
that
to
way
you
pull
can
we
it
don't
up.
see
have
what
to
fire
be stuck
resolution.
with
Yes, let's
that way
go.
we don't have to
Thank
be
you.
stuck with that awful windy radar.
Yep.
Yeah, that's better.
Nice. That's
There you
good. Thank
go.
you. Oh, is this a different, like, website? Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god, thank you. Yes, the loop actually works a lot better.
Yeah, so with this, you could see the VHTs rapidly forming the eye wall and consolidating it,
Yep.
and you can see how much it's intensified even in a couple hours.
Yeah. There's a lot more reds at around, 45 dBz forming on the southwestern side.
Yeah, but notice also the northern eye wall is doing way better,
Yep.
and the
Before
northern
it was
part of the core.
fractured.
You can see how the core fractured, and then now it's like mostly intact.
Yep. The eye's becoming
Something
more
else to mention as
circular as
well,
well.
because of this, look at these. You see these striated like reflectivity values northeast, these 45 dBz
Right
values
here.
that are striated in the bands.
Right here.
No,
Yeah.
the one northeast of that, the one that are
Oh,
northeast of
let me
that.
mark that.
You
This
see
one
how they're
right here.
kind of oriented? Yes, you see
Mm-hmm.
the way that's oriented? That's on the northeast side of the TC. That could have a few tornadoes in it.
Oh, true.
You see
Yeah, that
you see
makes
the
sense. Yep.
supercellular structures in it?
Yep, right along here.
Yeah. That
Good
area
point.
is probably producing tornadoes if I had to take a guess.
I can't really see it here. Dang it.
So
which that just adds to the catastrophe.
Yeah, hopefully they
in
shouldn't
this
really be that
case,
strong.
And that's a
they're not going to be
given
strong or
working
long
with
lived or
upper
anything,
end
but
intense cyclones like this is that
Hmm.
tornadoes are always a threat in the outer bands because winds near the surface slow down with frictional convergence or just friction in general, and then uh, winds aloft don't. So that creates a little bit of internalized wind shear that can spin up in those isolated outer bands,
Yep.
producing those tornadoes.
yeah. Usually, usually in cases like jet interaction cases, the reason the U.S. with TCs gets so many more tornadoes that are stronger, like Barrel, for example, is you have
Yeah.
dry air aloft. There's just no
Yep.
dry air aloft here. The profile's completely saturated, so
Yeah.
it's really hard to get that kind of event. But like a random tornado or two can happen in this kind of profile.
But yeah, another concern about this is going to be the flash flooding in those supercells because they trail over one another. I mean, of course, they're
Yeah,
gradually moving, like more northwards, but they are going to be trailing over the same spots, dumping heavy amounts of rain consistently.
yeah. Like actually, hold on now. I'm going to use this link for radar.
Okay.
Let me save this and bookmark it. Oh wow, that new frame.
Oh,
What?
we got a new frame.
That new frame. Wow.
Let me refresh it.
Look at that eye wall. No, now look at it.
Oh
Look
wow,
at
the
the eye wall now.
southwestern side.
The whole west side.
Yeah, is now all red. It's becoming thicker on
Mm.
the southern side.
Yeah. This is frictional convergence doing this
Wow, okay.
probably,
Yep.
which is pretty crazy to see. So frictional it's probably not deepening much if I take a guess, but what's probably happening is I'd imagine the max winds are actually increasing still,
Yeah.
even though it's not deepening. So what could be deepening? Actually, it could be a case where it's not deepening because the rest of the system is raising in pressure, but the difference between that and the inner pressure is becoming higher
Yep.
because the rest of the system's shrinking, but the inner core is getting more concentrated.
Mhm.
So, yeah.
Yeah, we can see the new VHT on the southern side. You see that?
Oh, yeah.
The new convective burst right there.
Mm. You really don't like
This
seeing that.
is so
Yep.
incredibly anomalous, this cyclone, to occur. I don't think I've ever seen something like this before.
Yeah, I certainly
I
haven't.
don't think anybody ever has.
Yeah, I wasn't really
No,
expecting it to occur over here of all places.
I mean,
I really
the
wasn't
original
expecting
forecast was
much
for
out of
this
that
to
system.
weaken on approach to Vietnam, not become a Cat 4 again. So this is just remarkable in every sense of the word. And I do have that pit in my stomach again. So,
Yeah.
ugh,
Alright, how strong do you all think it is?
I'm going with
I think it's a solid 125
125.
knot.
Yeah. I don't really see this becoming a Cat 5 at all. Right? I
I don't
don't
need
see that happening.
Well, here's the thing: is you'll never officially get it to Cat 5, but what's actually happening underneath? That's kind of the question.
Yeah.
Because with a system like this, I mean,
I don't know. I mean, the problem is we don't have enough recon data. Nobody's throwing the recon data like we are used to.
Mm-hmm.
If we had more recon, we would definitely be able to tell you, hey, this is Cat 4, or this is hey, it's
Yeah.
close to Cat 5.
the only way really that we could get that kind of data is if someone. I know a lot of people oftentimes in like the Chinese weather servers they'll pull up radar velocity data and they're really good at basically finding the surface winds based off of the the winds that are being measured at different levels of the atmosphere, so you can kind of make it like artificial recon, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Like a makeshift recon mission. So, um, with this, that's kind of the only way we would be able to get it. But I think it's too far away from any of the radars to get the beam low enough to be able to do a velocity scan like that. I could be wrong. I mean, it could very well not be the case, and velocity be available. But I haven't heard
Radar's
anyone
just
talk about it.
radar's kind of crap. Trying to get a good velocity.
Well, I mean, radar is the only reason we know Gaimi is anywhere near as strong as it is.
This
Yeah.
is true.
It's the only reason we know Gaimi is like 880s.
Is there a way that I can zoom in on the wind here? Because this is showing the entirety of China. I don't know if there's a...
Ooh. To be honest, I'm not sure. Wait, is that velocity data? Is
I
that what
don't
that
know.
is?
It says wind. And it just gives us
Wind?
the scale of 6,
By the
6,
way, where
7,
do you
8.
change the language at
Oh, it's
for
Google
this?
Translate. It's on the top. I'm on Google or on Chrome, so I can do it.
Oh,
Yep.
okay. Well, I'll pull that up on my computer.
Deep print just shot up to 121.
Oh, wow, okay.
Oh wow.
I'm guessing this is going to be lightning. It says strong convection. Okay, yeah, this is lightning. Here. Yeah, there's been a lots in the Gulf of Tonkin over the past 24 hours, especially to the west of
Makes
Hainan
sense.
Island. Oh, there's something for hail. Okay, that's interesting. I don't know what this will show.
Oh,
Nothing.
we're about to get a full 45 dB ZI wall at this point.
Alright, do we have another frame?
Remarkable.
Yes. 75% of the
Oh,
eye
wow.
wall is now red.
Yeah, I'm at
Wow,
a
okay.
loss for words.
The eye wall's actually hitting
Wow.
this small little area.
Yeah, this thing is about to crash out. It is.
It's
It is not messing around.
I'd really like to zoom in on this website. Okay, no, that's not gonna work. Alright. So it's mainly just the northeastern side that needs to, build
yeah,
up.
but that's the side that's up to your left, which makes sense.
Yeah.
So it won't get as pretty on satellite as it looked yesterday, but
Mm-hmm.
doesn't matter. Yesterday was its all-time peak for sure. I think that was a Category 5 peak.
Yep.
But this is so much more ridiculous than that peak was.
Yep.
So
There hasn't really been any strong convective bursts at all for a while. There's one that tried it on the eastern side and southern side. They aren't really doing much, though.
well, you're not seeing any bursting because the system is becoming more stable.
Yeah.
So this is past the bursting phase. Remember how the first one never cleared out, right?
Yep.
But it got past the bursting phase and the CDO looked incredible.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
seeing a similar situation here. We're well past the phase of where this is going to be bursting up deep convection everywhere and, flaring up these massive bursts. Actually, right now, if we saw lots of bursting going on around the eye,
Mm-hmm.
like around the eye wall, we would know it's a weaker system
Alright.
because it's not actually as stable as it is now.
Okay, so these light convective bursts are good.
Yeah, like seeing it like that, that's good. That tells you it's a very strong system and it's still just kind of strengthening.
Yep.
It's
And
still
it's
got
only around
energy
the
to
eye
it.
wall. Specifically, of
Yeah,
course. Yep.
that's a healthy sign. Now, obviously, as you've probably tracked before, in extreme cases, TCs that are much stronger than even this one, where they're 160, 170 knot, you won't see bursting anywhere. The whole CDO is just completely stable.
Yeah. I mean, also I've noticed that the CDO has been fading in terms of cloud tops.
That's because of the time of day,
Ah, okay. All right.
but you don't have to worry about that.
Yep. We have had some thunderstorms over southeastern Hainan Island consistently.
It makes sense.
Let me see if I can have it up here. This radar doesn't show it much.
Fortunately, this thing's not going to fully clear out in time, which is more fortunate. But
Yeah.
I don't.
But the
I don't
northeastern
I
side
mean,
could.
it's not actually time though. It's not time that would allow this to clear its eye.
I
There's too
don't
much.
think
There's just straight up
really
too much.
matters if it does or not.
Hmm.
It's already so strong. I mean, Gaia never really fully cleared its eye either.
Yep.
Gaimi is one of the strongest storms ever in the 2020s, and it never cleared its eye. It's the deepest storm ever in the 2020s.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So,
Hey, Crazy, take a look at the latest frame that just came out.
hold on, give me 1 second. I'm gonna restart my Discord.
All right. Pull this up.
some of the radars that we have normal access to are doing some funky things with this on the
Well,
radar loops.
someone says Hurricane Katarina hitting Brazil is the only one that I can think of which was more anomalous. Yeah.
No, this is more anomalous than
All
that.
right.
This is more.
This is more.
All right.
This Vietnam has never seen us, like this portion of Vietnam has never seen a cyclone typhoon this strong before.
Hmm. Someone says
It's
if
more
there is a
anomalous for
silver.
the reason that you pick everywhere along the coastline that this can hit in Vietnam, and it's hitting the capital and a huge city,
Yeah.
which are in a river delta. That's what makes this way more anomalous than any of those kinds of
Yep.
systems.
And someone says if there is a silver lining, it's near low tide in the area around landfall. However, the low/high tide differential is much lower than it will be by the next full moon. So there isn't
Yes,
much of a low tide.
that's. I mean, you're shaving maybe at most like half a foot off of 15 feet. Like,
Yeah.
it's not really much difference.
Yep. But if you noticed on the latest frame, the eastern side has gotten a lot better. It's mainly just the north-northeast side. Also, the western side's gotten better, of course.
It's still that's what this is telling you. What this is telling you is that the
Mhm.
system is still strengthening,
Yep.
and it's actually probably still strengthening rather rapidly.
Hmm. So,
I really am starting to get curious if this is still like mid-range Cat 4. I'm starting to think this might be a super typhoon underneath there.
yeah.
This is why I've been saying like the C5. I think C5 might be in the talk again because underneath of that storm, it's probably a lot worse than what we think it
The only way to confirm Cat 5 is to have multiple radar scans at this point that confirm Cat 5 or
is. Right.
observations directly confirming Cat 5
Yep.
ones, which I think are going to be very, 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 very difficult to achieve here.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
It'll
So,
be tough, but that's just my thought on the whole thing. It might be like the unofficial super typhoon you call it.
Hmm.
yeah,
Unofficial.
I actually do think
Like
that's pretty reasonable.
like possible tornado.
Yeah.
Possible. Oh my god. But yeah,
Possible tornado emergency that never happened.
Hmm.
Yeah.
We do have bands that are
okay, off topic.
strengthening for the tornado potential. One right here,
It's
another
just
right here, and then a third right here. This first
it's
one
just
should be the main
wild.
threat of flash
Velocity data.
flooding. Wow, okay. That is pretty strong.
This looks. You know what I'm noticing as well on satellite is
What?
I think if we had GK2A, we could actually get quite a high eye temp right now.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
How high are you thinking?
I'm thinking like minus 15.
Oh, wow, okay. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Yeah, and also the eastern side is going to be getting better. Like the satellite does confirm the convective burst along the eastern side. And I mean, that is looking pretty good. The south side as well is wrapping around. It's mainly the north side that's lacking.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, you can see it on this imagery as well, this convective burst right around here.
There's another one on the opposite side. Yeah.
Yep, there's one right around here. So we should see that improve on radar pretty soon. Radar is a bit behind. Yeah, someone says unless there's a station in the eye, we probably won't know the true strength. Yep,
Yeah.
And knowing how stations work in the direct eye, they will be knocked offline before we'd
probably,
actually be
yeah.
able to get that data.
Actually, there was a station or there was a buoy in the eye of it before its landfall in Hainan, and it didn't get knocked offline, and it recorded a pressure of 916.
Wow.
But that's different a little bit because it's meant for the
Yeah.
ocean,
Yeah, it's a
unlike
buoy.
land that it can be a little bit dicier.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's a
news
lot of
frame
elements that can
came
go
out.
wrong.
Yep, alright, so then new frame just came out, and it's still showing the northeastern side trying to build. The whole entire west side of it is becoming thicker, the eye wall, and especially the south side of its southwestern side.
Yeah.
It's pretty wide.
How fast is it moving right now?
That is going to be hard to tell. Good question.
By the way, loop that whole thing. I want to see which
Oh,
direction it's
sure.
moving to.
Hold on. Let me speed. Can I speed this up at all? Nope, not really. Okay, here. I'll just have it like this. Is it okay? Sorry, it's not looping. Here, I'll do this.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. That looks like it's heading south of that island
Yeah, are you
to
talking
me.
about this
Do you
island
guys?
right here?
Yeah. It looks like it's heading on a path just south of the center of it. Do you agree with me?
Yeah, I think it's looking like it's moving just a tad bit to the north.
On the latest frame, but
Yeah, but that could just be due to the convective burst or whatnot, especially on
I
the
think it's due
eastern
to the
side.
convective burst. Yeah, that convective burst is kind of screwing with the way it looks.
Yeah.
But we'll see. We'll see where it ends up, I guess.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's still. I feel like it's a little bit north of forecast, maybe. This is the island they're talking about. It looks to be a little bit north. It is in the cone of uncertainty. It should be right around here-ish, the center. And so it should be moving, because it's a little bit more north of forecast, it would go over Haiphong. How long ago we
Um,
get the worst storm surge?
yeah. So
Someone says it looks to be moving at least between 8 and 10 miles per hour. It's pretty hard to tell. Let's see, this was the thing at 8 o'clock. If I go ahead 2 hours, oh my god, this is difficult to find. Alright, hold on. Let me go to here. And then I'm going to skip ahead 1, 2. That's 2 hours time. It's probably moved around, yeah, 10 miles per hour-ish. It's hard telling where it is because we don't have, at least on websites with radar compilation, and satellite doesn't tell us much. It's around 50
By the
miles away from
way,
landfall, or around 35.
me looking at the satellite imagery on infrared, it really, like the inner part of the core where most of the convection is, it reminds me of a buzzsaw
Yep.
storm because it's spiking out, has all
Yes.
spikes along the edge. And you usually see that in extremely powerful storms,
Mhm.
especially close to landfall.
Yeah.
We saw that. We saw like the most notable in the Atlantic, at least, would be
Irma.
Irma. Yep,
Yeah.
always goes back to Irma, but well, let's just say it's an iconic storm.
Yep. But man, that eastern
At
side
least,
is building. Radar should
oh yeah.
show it looking a lot better.
It's also little. There's one, two, three, four little flares,
Let's
little
see.
hot towers,
Yeah.
cold towers, technically.
So using Zoomer, you can extrapolate the distance over 6 hour period. And
Mhm.
I got 58 miles roughly, give or take a few. So that gives you roughly a 10-mile-per-hour forward speed.
Yeah.
This is crawling ashore.
It's around 50 miles away from landfall there, 37 miles away from landfall here,
In
so.
about 10 minutes, we're about to get the new dynamical model data, which will provide some more insight on track as well.
Alright, so what is the dynamical models? Or is that dynamical? Is that
Like
going to be
halves
the.
and
Yep, okay.
halves and H4, yeah.
Alright. Oh, the new GFS run came out. Interesting, okay.
You know what's speaking volumes to me about the storm strength is the CDO.
Alright, why?
The CDO of any storm that's sheared, okay?
Mm-hmm.
This is sheer right now, probably about 15, 20 knots.
Yeah.
Which you would not believe if you were looking exclusively at radar.
Yep.
But satellite obviously does look a lot more sheared. What can tell you a lot about how high end a system is in shear is how organized the CDO is specifically.
Mm-hmm.
iTemp won't really change too much with a weaker or stronger storm in shear, typically.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it might be harder to clear the eye with a weaker storm, but you'll find it'll randomly have higher eye temps and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
that's just like a variable. The CDO is your biggest clue. When the CDO is very, very, very symmetric like this and isn't bursting in a very sheared storm like this,
Mm-hmm.
it gives you an extremely good indication that the storm is very strong underneath. Gyami had this exact same thing happen. I remember the big red flag with Gyami that told me it was very strong
Mm-hmm.
was the CDO never bursted. There was no VHTs, no signs of any of that. Just a very consistent, just wall of minus
Yeah.
75 cloud tops. This is starting to kind of get that appearance. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but this is getting VHTs on the eastern
It
side.
is, but not. They're not that defined though. They're not that.
Yeah, true.
They're pretty melded into the eye wall, which is what's giving me a hint that it is very, very, very strong.
Yep. Let's see if we get a new radar frame. There we go. Here it is.
It it's probably a C4 130.
It's in that range, definitely. Yeah.
Oh, I mean, the northeastern side's continuing to build here. This is a little bit behind. This is going to be 1218. I'll pull that up on here. 18, that'd be around this frame right here. So it is showing the eastern side building. Of
Yeah.
course. And also this area right here, I believe this is the radar location, correct? Is this going to be the radar?
Radar location. Right. Let me see.
Right here. Because it shows a plus sign.
The tips of those islands
Um,
are in the eye now, though. Can't say that.
plus sign. Yes, that is the radar location.
Okay, right here. So they're about to get hit by another band right around here. That shouldn't have as much tornadic potential, right? This is the main band we were focusing on earlier.
Yeah, in theory, it shouldn't. Usually, the one behind the main tornadic band isn't quite as tornadic. There isn't as much instability there
Yep.
for it, but
But I mean, it is going to be heavy rainfall rates. It is pretty high on the. It is red on that chart there. So it's going to be consistently getting heavy rainfall. They briefly got a break in between those two bands, but now they're going to get into the next band. Also, there has been a thunderstorm bursting over Hainan Island, the northeastern side, right over here. Yep, let me fix that. Right over here. And you can see in the newest frames. Alright, so do you all think it will be around 2 hours until landfall?
Maybe me. I was expecting launch coverage of Falcon 9 until I realized that the system in the Gulf pushed it.
Yeah.
Because it's
Oh, 9DL.
Oh yeah.
it's causing major issues for Polaris Dawn.
Yeah, let's talk about that system, 9DL. Ooh, nice
Yeah,
convective
that
burst right now.
pathetic. Ooh, how cool! Yeah, it's gonna die. the,
90L
the
threw a tornado warning yesterday, and I had
Is
them check
that
my radar.
Yeah, that was interesting.
the most disorganized thing I think I've seen in some time? Jeez, wow.
Can we just talk about 99L for a minute, though?
Oh, hold on.
Of its
Give me one
attempt
moment. Someone in
of
chat said the remnants of Hone looked slightly better earlier today. I did see that. Remnants of Hone are located
Hone
right around
trying to
here.
pull another.
I saw it. You can see more convection bursting over the center, directly over the center, right over here.
Hone never dies, I guess.
Yeah, I mean it's occurring right now, so if it sustains long enough, it could become a tropical cyclone once again. Alright, trying to pull up imagery. Yeah, it's roughly over here-ish.
Yep, that's it.
Yep, there it is. Blowing up around minus 65 Celsius cloud top, so it's looking pretty
Now,
good.
now, stare. Well, looking pretty good, but then look directly to the south. What's going to be happening with it?
What do you mean?
Yeah, you have shear incoming.
Oh yeah. Yep, right over
If
here.
not, it's already starting to affect it. Problem is, it's kind of cornered. It's cornered because you have a where it's headed. Yeah, it's gonna get shred apart. The direction that it's heading,
Mm-hmm.
and then it's also getting shred apart from the south.
I mean, it's been doing pretty good for, or like lasting for such a long time. It's no longer marked at all by ATCF. It's no longer listed, so we have to find it on satellite. But its circulation has been at least been a trough for a while now. You can trace it back for a long time. There we go. Alright, so you said 99L. Let's take a look at that system. It is confirmed to have storm force winds.
A lot stronger now.
Mm-hmm. But it's no
Yes.
longer gonna do much at all. It's going to remain frontal.
Extra tropical.
Yep. Got some decent convection over the
Yeah,
center.
gonna
Not
form
much.
into an extra tropical storm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 60 miles per hour. It's more of a nor'easter at this
there's
point.
no way some of your servers saying it hasn't strengthened much since its
Who
first
said that?
landfall.
Yeah, I'm
No
bunch of
way.
ball. go look at it.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a look. Who's saying it? Is it Country Bowl?
Country Bowl.
Country ball.
Thank you. Alright. So this system does have a really
And
nice
then
front
yeah.
99L right along here. Okay, that broke. Okay.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting for Canada to deal with.
Yeah, it's going to strike near Halifax.
On Halifax, pretty much. I
Yep.
mean, with how broad the system is, it's not really gonna matter where the center is.
Yeah, true.
That's not where the winds are. It's on one side, and it's gonna be pretty much hitting Halifax area,
hmm
close to it.
This was a rare time when we have like four
It,
potential gales active at once. We have one over here, and then this one's going to develop, and then we have one in the Gulf of Mexico.
uh, the I have to say 99L, or now I call it Nor'easter L,
Yeah.
is probably one of the first good attempts in the Atlantic ever since Barrel. Um,
Yeah.
but it just didn't have enough time to get
Yep.
off
If it had just a little bit
being
longer, it
frontal.
could have probably broke free.
If it sat there for a few more days, it would have been fine.
Yep. I mean, the waters
Probably.
are warm, so would have supported something. Let's see if
But
anyone
now
else.
it's just a pathetic frontal.
Yeah. Someone says Hone still exists. Jeez. Yep, that's what happens with these Pacific storms, especially crossovers. They last on for
Technically.
such a long time. I haven't had much time to do analysis on the Remnant low tracks. But, another system
Yeah, to
was
be fair,
Gilma that lasted
before I
quite a
checked
while.
today, I thought it was gone.
Nope, not gone yet.
And then I happened to check again. And this thing is really trying to fire.
Ocean Prediction Center still shows it right here as a low.
Remnant low.
No, not really. It's just a low pressure.
Oh,
They've
just low
continued to
pressure.
track it.
Gotcha.
It's connected to a trough. So it's not dead yet.
Send it back to California.
Yeah.
It will probably get flung back to like Alaska once it
That's
heads
about
that
where it's
direction.
headed.
Yeah, it's
There's
gonna
also
go up
been.
and then get flung out and merge
Yeah.
with another low.
There's also another system in the North Indian Ocean, the Bay of Bengal. I've been looking at this for a couple days. I don't
Oh
really
yeah,
expect much out of it, but it has been. It's been, a
broad, and
broad
I think
low.
it's moving too fast for it to develop.
I mean, it's gonna stall over the area for a couple days, but not really do much. I'll probably mark it by tomorrow as a system. Also, I forgot to mark the system in the Pacific. This area right here, the Eastern Pacific. This will be something to watch. I believe it
Mm.
has to also do with the tropical wave over the Yucatan. That's also going to contribute to some development.
Honestly, have no idea where the center is on that one
It hasn't
over the
formed just
Yucatan.
yet.
Oh, so it's gonna do literally what I said it was gonna do.
hmm
Scrape the whole entire coastline
Yeah. Someone says, I
and
assume
maybe
Lepi
form
has
into
looked
something.
worse. Lepi has been interesting. It is so far up north, but I don't think it's post-tropical just yet. I'm gonna confirm with the Ocean Prediction
About
Center.
to, but
Ocean
no.
Prediction Center does have it as a frontal system, so it's probably post-tropical. At this point, it didn't become
I
a
la-
remnant low. It has held on to
I laughed.
convection, and now
I
it's
laughed
merged.
when it went tropical storm and then went back to tropical depression. I was like,
I
"You
don't
tried,
agree with that,
you tried,
Shaq.
little storm."
Right here. Oh well, actually, it
You
doesn't show it here,
tried
but
so hard, but in the end, it didn't really matter.
yeah,
Hey, we got a
definitely
name
starts to see it.
storm out.
Yep. It took him a while to name it.
Barely.
Hey, you know what? Better than the ATL right now.
Yeah. Alright, so latest frames came out. There is a little bit of something in the eye. Crazy. Can you explain what's going on with that?
Little something in the eye.
Notice how something popped up in the eye?
Doesn't look. It's extremely low DBZ. Not anything to worry about. Maybe a little filament or something.
Yeah, I was wondering
But,
if it could be birds or something.
Yeah, I was about to say it could be
very
Birds.
birds.
well could be. Not
Oh yeah, fair.
It's such a weird thing to see it in the center of the eye and it just popped out.
My God, Icon, can you not pull the funny with
Which system?
the other system?
Which one?
With 9DL
Alright, let
and
me pull
merging
up.
with the disturbance.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting. It's very uncertain. I don't get why the NHC decided to no longer mark 90L. It still has a chance at absorbing the other low. It all depends on which one wins.
And if it does, it would be maybe a low end one, if not a high end tropical
Storm, yeah, I
storm.
saw that on the
On
icon.
Icon, on
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
near
possible.
near the border of Texas and Louisiana.
Yeah, I mean, the system's going to be moving south and then it's going to be pulled right back northwards. All the models don't really
Oh,
have a
south.
great idea on what it's going to do.
Yeah, yeah, it looks like a U shape. It reminds me of the mess of Jose back in 2017
what? Hold on,
What?
no. You're
What is it?
with the loop de loop.
you're. Oh my.
Please read your Discord.
What is it?
No, oh no.
Let me
Please.
see.
Rage bait, rage bait, rage bait.
Oh my god, hold on.
Am I,
What?
am I gonna lose brain
Jeez.
cells?
Alright, sorry guys who are watching the stream. Something's going on in the Discord. Alright, someone says it looks like Yagi made landfall on IR. Well, it may look like that, but that is due to the something called the
Not
zenith angle.
quite yet.
Uh, the satellite is not beaming down directly on it, so we can't see the eye fully. But we do have radar, and radar is very helpful. Radar is showing it has not made landfall yet. I'll try and pull this up on a new tab if I can. Yeah, right over here. It has not made landfall yet. Okay, sorry about that. Here's the eye right there. This would be the closest area to make landfall. So part of the eye may be over lands, but that's not where it's making landfall. It's going to be moving this way. It has a bit of time. We have it as around less than 2 hours.
Crazy statement. Discord server's been a mess.
Oh my
Holy
god.
crap. I'm gonna have a stroke.
Jeez, okay. Yeah, I'm seeing that too.
Normal Discord moderator be like,
Yeah.
don't kill me.
hmm
I know how it feels.
Yep.
Like, this guy is swearing by satellite.
The satellite estimates don't show the full thing. Alright, someone
They
says,
Nope.
they
Jesus,
underball
that
from
eye
like
wall is extremely thick.
yeah, the eye wall
Sa-
is very 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 potent.
Especially on the
Eyewall's
southwestern
crazy.
side.
if you focus mainly on satellite imagery, it currently shows the one side of the eye wall falling apart, which is not the case.
Let me see, yeah. I mean, I get why
Degrading
that
on
one
one
guy
side.
was saying it looks like it made landfall based off a satellite, but no, not really. It hasn't because of radar. It may look like it has because of satellites, but it's wrong.
The main reason is the tilt
Yep.
of the satellite.
And for those who are curious about it, I'm going to
People
see
don't
if I can
realize
pull
that
up
these
something.
things are in geo. Depending where these are stationed, it will be off by a few degrees of the actual positioning.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And you can use other flavors of satellite imagery to showcase that the true center is still far offshore.
Yep. Here is an example of the zenith angle. Right here, the satellite is not beaming down directly on the center, so it's basically bouncing off at an angle, so we're not able to see directly down the center. I believe the center of the satellite is around here-ish. Oh, I know a great example on how to find it. If I pull up Ramby, this satellite thing, this shows it perfectly, what the satellite is actually showing. Okay, right here, yep. It's tilted quite a bit. This is where the center of the satellite is, where we'd be looking straight down at the eye. This is tilted right over here. And this imagery takes the tilt and puts it in a box. So making it look like it's not tilted, but in fact it is. And you can also see that if I swap over
Yeah,
to a
if you
satellite
go,
here.
yeah, yeah, if you go back in like the early times when satellites were still kind of fairly new and,
Mm-hmm.
meteorologists were using them, it still had a curve on most of the, Weather Channel
Yep.
stuff. Um, but now they've made it more of a flat, so it doesn't,
Yeah.
you don't lose your mind.
Alright, let's see if there's
This
any.
island is about. I think this island's gonna have a landfall.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be.
Or,
Let
yeah.
me look.
Yeah, the thing in the eye is still swirling around. The southeastern side has gotten a new pulse, it looks like.
Oh. Um, Chase, I
Yep.
didn't realize something, but it makes a lot more sense. 99L is caused a high surf advisory off the Cape Cod
Oh, yeah, that makes
island.
sense.
And then, of course, rip currents. Lovely.
Yeah. Alright, so this is the island we're looking out for landfall. I do not know the name of it. If any of you guys can find that
It,
out, that would be
according
helpful.
to radar, it is entering the eye now. So landfall is imminent.
What do you mean? Huh?
That island is entering the eye.
Are you talking
Yeah,
about this
it's
one?
not gonna have landfall though.
Yeah.
Imminent. Will happen soon.
Full mess.
It's trying to go for this one. This one is just entering the eye wall. The outer eye wall, at least. And Typhoon Force
Ah,
Wind should be compacted to this area, correct? Like, just
yeah,
the.
maybe a bit wider.
Typhoon force winds.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a bit wider
Oh
than that.
no 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 no
Oh,
no
jeez, okay.
no! Typhoon force winds extend much further out than that with this storm.
Alright, how far out do you think?
Yeah,
Probably a good 30 or 40 nautical miles further out than
Like
that.
this?
Yes,
Oh, dang,
yes,
okay.
yes.
yeah.
This one's
There
got
you
a
go.
big
I would say
head.
major typhoon winds are in the area you
Yeah,
want.
major typhoon winds.
Yeah, that's much more accurate.
Yeah, and
Because you
tropical
have to
storm force
remember,
winds
this
are
isn't like
everywhere.
Charlie. It's not just Eyewall and that's it, or Chanthu
Yeah,
or
true.
whatever
Yep.
storms. Yeah, no, this is a true deep tropical Westpac.
Mm-hmm.
This is one of those monsters that has typhoon force winds out to a pretty large area.
Yep. So there are some pretty strong thunderstorms right over here. You can actually see some pink coloring, and it's and also here's another band that's moving further inlands, and then this is another band that is going to be moving over the areas that this band flooded. If someone says, "Do you have a YouTube channel?" Yes, I do. I will link the stream in there. hold on. Sorry, guys. I'm streaming this on Twitter as well. Shoot, I did not do that properly. My bad. I did the wrong thing. That is not the correct link. There it is. Okay, my fault. And I cannot delete that reply, so okay. Alright, someone says, how's 95W, the one to watch over the next week or two? Crazy, what are your thoughts on that one? I saw you said it doesn't seem as good anymore.
Yeah, 95W a couple days ago looked like it had the highest ceiling I've ever seen out of a TC, and
Mm-hmm.
now it doesn't look like it's anywhere near anymore.
Are you sure, though? I mean, look at the ensembles.
Ensembles are still potent, don't get me wrong, but
Mm-hmm.
the actual setup for it isn't as good. There's quite a bit
Alright.
of wind shear. There's an upper level low that'll probably interact with it. It's not going to be quite as.
But it
We
should
got
become
some
a storm, right?
observation.
Yeah, I mean it'll still become a decent typhoon. I take a guess, but it's not going to be the.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's going to be as high end. Now I could be proven wrong. It could just turn into DNMU again, and I could be completely wrong. But
Yeah.
I doubt it.
But I'd like to take a look at where Guam is in that, because that would be probably our next potential stream. It depends on if it does actually hit Guam, of course. It's a
And at
small
a
island,
decent
so
intensity, because that's the key thing. I don't think it'll hit Guam at a decent
yeah.
intensity.
We do it only as a typhoon.
We
Yeah.
got a recorded 997 millibars. No, 972.7 south of the eye along the coast there, and a gust of 89 knots.
Oh wow. Okay.
A gust of 89. Is that outside the eye wall?
That is outside of the eye.
Yikes.
And the 972.7 millibar reading is likely lower because that station only reports in 3-hourly intervals.
Yeah.
Okay, so how far away was it when it recorded 972.7?
Um, all I
If
got,
there's any way you could get a
all
distance.
I got is south of the eye down the coast. I don't have a distance for it.
Okay. If we could find that station and get a distance, that'd be very helpful because I think we
Yeah,
could
I
probably
am
get some better
searching for
estimates.
that now, but that is a very interesting reading.
Just in China has canceled all typhoon and storm surge.
They canceled all typhoon and storm surge warnings. Is that what you said?
China did.
All right. Yeah, makes sense.
'Cause now it's going to be a Vietnam
Does Vietnam do
and
anything
most
about
likely
this?
Laos. I don't know. I'm trying to look. I'm sifting through Google Translate and trying um find it.
Yeah, the translation stuff is a pain.
Yeah, I can't translate every single tweet.
Yeah. I thought that there's a feature on Twitter that you can like
There
click on it.
is, but I have to click on it and then back out of it
True.
twice.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
really annoying to do on mobile.
Yeah. So it says 95W is about 1,000 miles east-southeast of Guam, I think. It's something I've been wanting to do is make a tropical agency covering Guam and I think it's the Mariana Islands. Is that correct? What is it called? I think it's the Northern Mariana Islands. I'd love to cover those islands. It's a small population area. It's not like a
That's
big.
right.
It doesn't show it here. That's a pain. Maybe here it will show it. Yeah, Northern Mariana Islands. Distance-wise, it is around 875 miles east-southeast of Guam. But yeah,
So
I
they're
have been
saying that.
planning on. I would like to do something for the North Indian Ocean, but I would like to do something where there's actually stuff going on.
The 1 minute winds were 215 kilometers an hour, 933 pressure, which made this thing a Cat 4. And then 10 minutes sustained winds were at 165 kilometers an hour and 935 pressure.
Mm-hmm. I don't think that
So
930s is going to be its current pressure. It should be in the 910s.
no. This was, I would believe, I can't get a time.
All right. Also, that thing
That
that
was
was in
like
the
I
eye
think
is cleared
2
out.
hours ago. That weird
Yeah, I will say
weird
that.
blip in it.
Yeah, I don't know what that was. That was weird.
Okay, I got a distance.
Oh, what's this?
So
Nice.
that 972, I believe, 972
Yeah.
millibar reading occurred on Backlongzhi Island. I'm probably butchering that name, but it is 4950 miles south of the center.
49 to 50 miles south of the center, 972.7.
Yep,
Okay. Let me
The
see.
with an 89 knot gust. So
Okay.
Well, okay.
89 knot gust, 49 to 50 miles south of center with 972 point what?
let me find it. 972.7. So
I found a station with, I don't know if you've already covered this, the Van Don International Airport. 30 minutes ago, got a pressure of 978 millibars.
yeah,
Yep, alright. And then near Haiphong, its pressure is down to 981 millibars. This seems like this will get an eye pass, so we should be able to get an accurate eye temperature, or sorry, not eye temperature, central pressure.
Think.
Let me take a look at this. Do they have a link? No, okay. Yeah, crazy. I sent you the thing a couple days ago of METARs in airports. How I was learning that for a drone course.
Yeah.
Yep, that's helpful now. I know what some of the stuff means. Alright. Someone says, what's the current wind speed of Super Typhoon Yagi? It should be stronger than
Seven,
115 knots by now. That's what they said.
17
so
minutes ago was
officially we're at
130 miles per hour.
130 miles an hour. Yeah, jinx. Unofficially, some estimates have it encroaching on 145 miles per hour,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which I honestly agree with.
In about an hour, we'll have a new fixed time to do an estimate.
It is it did it actually make landfall on the side? I just saw somebody stating that it made landfall
No, it hasn't made landfall
just
just yet.
recently.
No, we don't have any landfall quite yet.
Okay. Because I know there's
It's
like a little
close
there's
though.
like a little area. Guess I'm just, Google translating everything. This one's got Leapy in it too.
How am I going to do that? Alright, I'm going to make a Twitter post advertising the stream once again.
Uh, WPAC is saying that's 115 930.
This is going to be the 05Z update. And should make landfall within the next 2 hours. As a powerful category 4. Live coverage ongoing. Alright, there we go. So, let's take a look if any new radar frames are out. Ooh, the northeastern side isn't looking as good.
On that one,
Yep, on the newest frames, the northeastern side isn't as good.
it's what is one frame as well, so you have to consider
Yeah,
that. I think as well that structure degradation should start to begin soon. I mean, it's not going to be a lot, but slight structure degradation should begin due to land interaction and increase in shear
yep,
Yep.
before landfall. But it really doesn't matter. I mean, it's going to landfall at least 120 knots anyway, so
yeah,
And at this point, no amount
it's too little, too late. I
structure,
mean,
no amount of structural degradation is going to be enough to spare any of these areas the surge. That will remain the same.
cloud
Winds might
tops
come
are at
down
max around
slightly.
minus 75 Celsius, so it's not doing so well convection wise, and I don't really see a chance of it bursting anything new. I do see a little bit of burst on the eastern half where it's not over land, but it's not doing so well there. And the eye temperature has not changed that much at all. Is that a good or bad thing? What do you think?
It's a math thing. It doesn't really mean
just
much.
maintaining right now. Nothing good or bad.
Alright.
I think we'd have a problem if we were talking if it went one way or the other quickly. But if it's staying the same, I don't think it's going to change the way we're forecasting right now.
Yeah.
Watching this unfold.
Hey, what's going on there? I keep hearing stuff, or I keep checking back and I see someone saying, oh my god, okay.
It's the same guy.
I trust that you have it covered.
Yeah,
Okay, nice. I mean, structurally wise, on satellite at least, it doesn't seem that good. But, of course, under the hood, it can look a lot better.
yeah.
Alright, so have they new models come out yet? Yes, they have. Here we go. Wow, okay. HWRF wants a landfall in 4 hours on that little island. The halves A model, it's difficult to tell because it shows us 2 a.m. and it shows us 5 a.m. being more overland. I'm not so sure about a 95-minute landfall. I'll try and pull up the last 95 minutes, see if that helps. Actually, it could, maybe 2 hours. Also crazy, I do think it will make landfall on that island. See the progression of this
I
storm?
agree.
That's what I was thinking.
I mean, the island of the west, yeah, not the
Yeah, right
island of the
here.
north.
This little island.
Yes,
This one
yes,
actually
that'll
may get in
landfall
it. Look at how close it is.
and make it in the eye, but it's not gonna make landfall.
It's already in the eye. So I don't know, it could go over the center.
Well, see, look, it's moving west northwest, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's already north of the center.
Yeah, true.
it's not heading towards it. It's heading like parallel to it.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So
So it should move this general direction, correct?
yeah,
And the
yes.
band over here has gotten a lot thicker, which is worse for flash flooding. And we got more bands that have been firing up recently. Did want to point out that
I
the
want to
western
point out that
side, all right, that this area has been lacking in some heavier rainfall rates. Seems like it looks like that the banding was just tugged to the south. Am I correct on that?
Do-
Crazy.
I was
what?
This right here, the banding. Right over here, it was tugged to the south. So I just want to make sure, is that what happened? Notice how the rainfall rates are getting lower to the west of the storm.
I mean, it's also far away from the radar, so it's hard to tell.
Yeah,
I just feel like all this would be a lot easier if we had
we had what?
better radar coverage.
Well, I mean, we do have
Unfortunately,
good
we don't.
radar coverage here. That's not mainly the issue. I would like more accessibility across other platforms, like, for example, Radar Scope. That'd be nice.
Mm-hmm.
Being able to see radar data on here, because we can only really see it for Japan and Korea. Nothing for China at all. I'm glad that the radar data is publicly available, though, even though it's only on a select few of websites.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, new frame just came out. Yeah, I mean, the northeastern side doesn't look too good at all at this point. Let me try and get a.
Yeah, but that's kind of what you expect. Land interaction starting to kick in. Shear is still obviously elevated. So I wasn't expecting this ridiculous structure with a full eye wall to last that long.
Yeah,
It's likely peaked, but I think one thing to note is this is obviously River Delta now. It's only River Delta, and the waters are still warm. Even if they're shallow, they're still warm, so the weakening rate towards landfall should be very slow.
yeah. And also when it's overland, at
Yeah.
least close to the ocean.
I'm expecting probably around 120 knot landfall. I think this probably reached super typhoon under the hood.
Alright,
So you could say 10 knots of weakening is probably reasonable to expect before
mm-hmm,
landfall here, which is still ridiculous. I mean, for this area, that's nothing. It's still unbelievable.
yeah. Even if it was just a
Uh,
major. I was honestly shocked by this. I thought it would be a Cat 2 or Cat 3 landfall.
I thought before it hit Hainan that it was probably going to be like a sloppy, like 100, like maybe 95 knot. Once I realized though that Hainan is more like Yucatan, that's when I started to become really like really confused. Not confused, I guess to say, but suspicious.
Yeah, yep,
That's when I became suspicious that things were off.
yeah,
Because if you've ever
Tag.
seen what systems do when they go over northeastern Yucatan, like Delta, or for example,
mm-hmm,
um, what they do is they'll lose their convection for a few hours, and then once they get right back over the warm waters of the Gulf, they'll fire it up and immediately start strengthening again.
yep.
Like they do not waste time. So, yeah. So this,
I tagged you on a message. There's a video of Vietnam currently.
Let me take a look at that. Where is it?
It's a Yagi channel.
Okay, let me pull that up. Thank you. Yeah, I guess that's fine to show here. I'll drag it up on stream. Yeah, right here.
Surge.
Cloud. Yeah, you can see just all the waves being pushed.
That's already
Yes,
wow.
that's right now.
I don't know. Oh, this is in Halong.
That's Quang Ne Province in Halong.
Yeah.
I'm going to butcher the crap out of these. I must.
Yeah, it's hard to pronounce these names. I'd like to see rainfall rates. Can't really pull that up though. Oh, wind intensity. Let me see that. It had it at 125 knots, half day, and 6 at 2 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
And then still a typhoon over land there. You can see the typhoon force winds still ongoing. And then at around 8 a.m. So should keep typhoon force winds for a while before finally weakening. Should be a remnant low by the time it reaches Laos, even if it does. Or even if it does reach Laos. I would really like to know how far away it is from landfall, but I can't. This is an absolute mess right here.
People are like saying that. uh, People are already saying like, "Oh, it's already landfall."
And no, it hasn't.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, not yet, guys. Relax a little. There's a lot going on though. Right? That's for sure.
Yeah. Alright, let's see. What else is there to cover? Remember, guys, watching the stream, if you have any questions, we'd be thrilled to answer them. If you want to get an in depth analysis on any topic with what's going on with any storm, that'd be nice. Gives us something to talk about.
Yes, it's true. While we wait for landfall, any question, whether it be severe wet weather, anything.
Okay, interestingly enough, the JTWC wants it as a tropical storm entering Laos. I don't really think it's gonna be that strong. Maybe. I don't know. They still want it as a Cat 3 around 25 miles inland, so they have slower weakening, I think.
I'm still thinking that C4 looks just fine with me.
Yep. Alright, doesn't seem like any questions, okay. So yeah, another disturbance we have out in the open Western Pacific is 94W. This is a broad circulation. Let me see if I can pull up wind. Yeah, it doesn't have any tight circulation at all. This system just going to be moving towards China as well. Shouldn't do much at all. We have it as a 10% chance. We have a system in the Bay of Bengal. This isn't going to do much, I don't think. It's all a matter of if it's able to get convection over a well-defined center. Ooh, this is a pretty low. Okay. Wow. Alright, nice. Okay. Then also we have other... I'm surprised the NHC has not marked the wave off of Africa. I was stubborn as well, but then support continued to kick in for it. We'll see though.
I don't know.
What's up? Crazy.
think he's talking to himself.
Yeah. Yeah. I see. Okay. Trying to pull up the latest radar frame. Doesn't seem like we got anything yet. This is still out of date. This is 23 minutes out of date, so it is going to be further to land than it is on here. I'm trying to figure out over the last 90 minutes how far has it moved. Because that will tell us about if it will take another 90 minutes to, let's see, hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. This is the 90-minute progression, and I'll try and pull up how far it's moved.
Man, I
Since
wish we
we,
had some buoy reports again. We had a couple buoy reports earlier today.
alright, nice. Oh man, this is hard to figure out. They messed up the whole entire island on this website. Let me see if Windy does it any better. Oh man, this is difficult to tell.
Mm-hmm.
Oh well, there are
Yeah,
have little villages on these tiny islands. That is not good. But yeah, some of the areas are in the eye, some of them are in the eye wall. Okay, it's hard to tell how fast it's moved. It's probably moving around 10 miles per hour. Okay, there we go. New radar frame. The eye seems to be starting to
There we go. And
fog up.
yeah,
What?
yeah, that's just lane interaction.
Yep.
It's okay.
So it should show that some weakening's occurring now, right?
I mean, very slow.
Yep.
You're gonna see it rebound, and then weaken and rebound. It's not. This is not going to be a fast process
Mhm.
of weakening.
Well, we are running out of pixels that are in the eye. Or the pixels that clear for the clear eye, I guess. It's gonna get smaller and smaller as we go on, I'm guessing. Wow, okay, that one band has gotten extremely thick in terms of the flash flooding potential right around here. I don't know if satellite can show us it.
Yeah, not only that
No.
as well, Chase, but it's getting further away from radar, so it might be a little harder to see as well in
Oh yeah, the storm,
terms of.
the center. Yep.
Yeah, that is still a very robust eye wall. I'm not
Yep.
worried that it's weakening much.
Yeah. And the part of the island that's in the eye is just about to exit it. The island that we believe will make landfall on is just entering the eye wall. The core eye wall of it.
The western eye wall, yeah, that very powerful western eye wall.
Yep.
Very high rain rates in that western eye wall, is anything.
Mhm. And even outside of the main core, there's still there's strong bands of heavy rainfall. There's more bands developing to its east. Yeah, that's picked up on the eastern side. I'd love to take a look at rainfall rates if I can. I could have sworn I found it somewhere. Yeah, here it is. Okay. 1 hour precipitation. I see some areas that got around 2 inches. Um, yeah, mainly the max I'm seeing is around 1 to 2 inches per hour. What does this do? Is this a weather station? Yes, it is. Can't understand much. Okay, that's not helping too much. Oh, okay, that's near Taiwan, so that's not a problem. Oh, this area probably is near the storm. Let me see. Yep, this is the area that's, I believe, right next to the radar. Or is that actually. Oh, that is actually. Alright, so the radar has gotten around 2+ inches over the past hour. From around this frame to this. I mean, that makes sense because, the bands were over it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then some other areas there got around an inch. 6 hour rainfall rates. Can't really pull them up because it won't load yet. When does the JTWC post a new update? Do you know? Crazy.
Um, DWC posts a new update probably 2 a.m. if I had to take a guess.
Alright.
Maybe a bit after. Well,
Yeah, 2 a.m. will be important because that's the 06Z. We'll have a new
yeah, it's their
fix.
fixed time.
Hmm.
They should keep this at 115 knot. If I had to take a guess, JTWC will keep this at 115.
Alright. You don't think they'll increase it?
No,
Alright.
JTWC wouldn't. Because remember, JTWC kept guying me at 125 knots. Like they're
True,
not going
yep.
to increase this. If you keep a system that's that strong at 125 knots because of Dvorak, there's no way they're going to increase this.
Yeah, I mean, Dvorak's not doing good at all for this.
Yeah, it it is done. I think when you put systems over extremely warm waters like this, Dvorak starts to falter.
Yep.
It's just the way it works. I think it just works better with more traditional systems over like 29 Celsius waters in the
Hmm.
Westpac, like in the open Westpac. But when you start to work with these that are, over even warmer waters and have really weird internal structures, it starts to falter
Yeah.
just inevitably. It's just really hard to accurately measure how strong these are.
The eye has actually gotten to medium gray. It has warmed, at least on Himawari, to minus 49 Celsius.
Interesting.
Which, of
I
course, it's warmer
know.
than that.
I know at least earlier on GK2A it was OW. So
Alright, wow, okay. Oh
let me
yeah,
see what
look, take a
zeros
look at the
mean.
latest frames. You see this right here? It's starting to clear out.
Yeah, but I mean you're not going to be able to see it with a zenith angle.
Yep. But does that tell us anything about the storm?
Not much at all.
Alright.
It can be really random with zenith angle. Like, to be honest, when you're looking at this kind of situation, the only thing you can really look at is radar and just looking at satellite to kind of get an idea based off cloud tops what the storm's doing. You don't want to be forecaster bruning and do the whole 110 knots Freddy moment because of zenith angle.
Alright. Yeah,
If you know
yeah,
what
I
I'm
know what you're saying.
saying.
Yep.
So,
But man, that eye has
probably one of the
been.
most funny memes in weather.
Yep. But I mean, that eye is seriously starting to clear, it looks like, though.
Maybe. I don't know.
Just a smidge.
I think also IR has a slightly delayed response from radar, so you have to take that into consideration.
Okay.
Radar, what it'll look like on radar versus what it'll look like on our IR is gonna be a little bit different. It'll be
Yeah.
delayed on. Yeah.
Okay, there we go. It looks like on this latest frame, yeah, the very far western tip of the red eye wall is hitting those islands. There is a set of two islands that the storm might make landfall on first. It's very difficult to predict.
My radar's ahead of yours.
Okay, let me refresh it.
Mine shows that a large part of the island is already in the firewall.
Oh, oops, wrong thing. Okay, let me pull it up. There we go. That was 9 minutes out of date. Are
Yeah,
you
there you
on?
go.
Yeah, this one right here. Yeah, large part of it's
Yes.
in the eye wall, I see. And they're just approaching the eye.
According to this, but I also do think this radar is a little bit off with
Hmm.
positioning. So,
Also, it's behind. This is behind by around 16 minutes.
I think it has a storm too far northwest. If I have to take a guess, too far west northwest.
Okay.
Too fast. So I don't know if they're actually in the eye wall yet.
Yeah. I mean, it's so difficult trying to tell where the center is because each radar has the eye in a different area.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that common? Like with our radars?
Uh, Not to this degree, I don't think, because
Alright.
this is really far radar.
This is really
Because
what?
then, like, you never use radar data this far away for severe. It's only you can really only do this with TCs
Yep.
because just how obviously deep a TC is in terms of height.
Yeah. Alright, this seems to have an update. Does it?
I mean, Blavin, you could see the eye wall like 40,000 feet into the sky or something completely nuts
Yeah.
on radar.
Alright, this shows the pressure near Halong has gone down to 976 millibars. Gusts are up to 77 miles per hour. The
70s.
Haiphong pressure is 980 millibars. It's deepened by 1 over the past 30 minutes. And gusts are up to 54 miles per hour there. We should
Interesting.
see
All
that
right.
number shoot up. Yeah, let's see. So around an hour ago, the gusts were 51. Yeah, it's hard to see. Okay.
That also probably tells you that the storm is not that close.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they aren't in the eye
970s.
wall.
Yeah, but I'm saying they're not
Eh.
that close to the eye wall ever because I think there's probably like 960s
This
outside
is
the eye
30
wall in
minutes
this
out of
case.
date, though. Keep that in mind. This was at as of 1 o'clock.
Okay, well, they could be measuring like mid to low
Oh, wait, no,
970s now.
actually, hold on. It says 12 o'clock on here.
Hmm.
Yeah, never mind. That was. Huh? Okay. Just 33 minutes ago, 12. I'll refresh the page. Yeah, that's weird. It's showing that 12 o'clock says that this is 33 minutes ago. That's not the case. Oh, it's their time zone. Okay, it's showing 12 p.m. Alright, that was my thing. Okay. So yeah, it was 33 minutes ago that they recorded that.
Yeah, so the storm is not that close to land yet.
Mm-hmm. I'd love for there to be some sort of weather station over here that can tell us the amount of rain they've gotten in Fang Chenging. What does this do? Okay, nope. Not there. Alright, this shows us the reported temperature, not what I'm looking for. Airports, okay. I really wish there was more footage that we could see, but there isn't really anything at all. Alright, what's the eye doing? The eye has stayed at minus 49, barely Celsius.
What happened?
The eye is still around minus 49 Celsius. It's maintaining at that now. We should see that number go down though, right? Like it should start filling in slowly.
Eventually, yeah. Might not be immediate, as I said.
Yep. Alright, looks like Feng Cheng there has lucked out. That little cross there, they are missing the second band. They're just in between the two. Which is helpful for, avoiding flash flooding. But just to their west, they got hit by a massive band. And just to their east as well, got hit by a massive band. Seems like it should be over soon, though, to their east. The band is not that long, and it hasn't been forming anything new. There's a band even further to the east, and another one even farther than that to the east, but they shouldn't really be impacting it at all. Also, what is this doing right here? You see this?
That's just the remnants of what tried to become an outer owl.
Ah, right, okay. As I was wondering on why it's so solid.
Yeah, it tried to become an outer owl, but it's not obviously not going to do it.
Yeah, it's too large.
Too large, too much shear and land
Yeah,
interaction.
you can see
Definitely.
how it's broken on the western side.
Yeah, it's destroyed. I'm gonna hop off here, though. I think.
Alright. Well, thank you for your help.
You're welcome.
Alright, see ya.
Yeah,
Alright,
I'm
so
just sitting here.
landfall seems possible within the next hour. Hopefully we can get this
Hell,
over with.
yeah. This is uh, this is going to be a mission. I think
Alright.
we're going to get damage and stuff for days.
It's gonna take some time for the damage photos to be released.
Oh, for sure. Unless you've well, or if you're scouring the internet.
Yeah. See if you can find anything on Twitter.
I've got some damage photos from earlier today. Hit the island.
Yeah, I saw a lot of stuff on Hainan Island.
Big trees.
Yeah.
I got a video of people in Hanoi City right now sitting around waiting for through.
Mm-hmm.
It's all that.
Okay.
Here in the next hour, we should start seeing.
I mean, I don't think so because keep in mind communications are going to be down. They won't be able to send any data at all.
No, this is true.
Where's
It's
3D?
currently like noon. It's like noon over there right now.
Okay, that's very laggy. Yeah, it is around, let's see, what time does it show? It's around 12:39 p.m. for them. A new airport update
Okay.
should eventually come out. They're updating every 30 minutes, it seems like. But of course, they'll be a little bit out of date. They're going to come out a little bit behind. No, actually, they just came out, it seems
Yeah.
like. Wow, that was fast. And let me pull
What
that
they
up.
got?
This station right here on the northeastern side got around 76 mile per hour gust. It is lowering. Pressure is lowering. It's now 975 millibars. In around Haiphong, pressure has continued to lower from 980 to 978. Heavy shower rain is what it got. And gusts went from 54 to 55, so miles per hour. You can see on satellite it has the center of the eye much further north than it actually is.
Hmm.
I mean, imagine if we didn't have radar trying to figure out where the storm is.
Dude, we'd be guessing.
Yeah, we would have declared landfall already.
Straight up struggle bus.
Yeah.
Dang. Um, I just translated post, and it's in Japan. Typhoon Yagi, southern China. Typhoon with a pressure of 905. I was like, 905? When was this?
Yeah.
I really don't like Twitter or the translate. Google Translate doesn't exactly give you what.
I mean, for me, I do. I'm fine with the translation stuff, especially in all these Chinese websites.
Yeah, you're just gonna have to kind of take your word for their word for it, what it translates,
Yeah.
because I can't translate their alphabet.
Yep. All right.
No, if
Newest
it
frame
was
came
like
out. This is
Spanish.
20 minutes out of date, so take it with a grain of salt. It does show the eye wall now hitting that island at full force now. So in theory, since it is 20 minutes out of date, now 21 minutes out of date, the center or the outer eye should now be touching the land there. So I mean, we should be close to a landfall. Yeah, I would say within an hour.
We shouldn't see any more intensification though.
Yeah, it should just be fading out now. It's gotten too close to land.
Yeah, that
Sea
land
surface temperatures are
interaction.
around 30 Celsius, 31. I can't really tell with this color scale. I'll try and figure it out. Let's see. This color 218 is the same as. Nope, not that. There we go. So it's the same as this, so it's probably 30.5 Celsius, I believe. This area is around 31 Celsius. Oops, sorry for the color.
Yeah,
31
I'm looking at
Celsius.
roughly 30 Celsius and
Yeah, so
a
that's
very
favorable.
weak non-present vertical shear.
hmm I'm gonna
Um,
actually take a look at that shear. Oh shoot, I pulled up the wrong thing.
Current tropical cyclone intensity algorithm has the current analysis at point 0.3, 932.4 millibar, 22.2 KTV man.
hmm
Just
Alright, here's a look at the storm right now, and I'm gonna pull up shear. On this analysis, it doesn't seem that bad. It shows around 15 knots. 15 to 20 knots of
mm-hmm.
shear. It's not exactly the most favorable. There is an anticyclonic low above it, so it's low wind shear there. A lot of shear in the South China Sea, though, just south of where it is.
Yeah, south of has.
Sea surface temperatures are 30 Celsius, of course, right there. It's very moist, of course, where it's located at. Oceanic heat content, this does not measure it at all, so kind of hard telling.
Hmm.
Um,
Oh, that's hiding again.
Alright, I do want to take a look at the other systems, though, on that website. For example, 99L. Let's take a look at the shear it's going through. Alright, here's the latest imagery. Mid-shear, new. What? That is interesting. Okay, this is a new map they added to the website. Doesn't help out a lot.
I got damage at 12:30 in Haiphong City.
Oh, you got footage?
Has yes, has ripped a security cabin out of the middle of the road.
Can you post it?
Yeah, I'm posting it. 12 hours 30.
Alright, I'm gonna pull it up
15 minutes
on stream.
ago.
Let's see. How popular is the post?
Just within the last 2 minutes.
Oh, wow, okay. Well, that was. You found it quick, nice.
Yeah, you can see the security tower go through the middle
Yeah.
of the road. That tree's about gone too.
Wow. That's interesting. Here, I'm gonna post something on Twitter, so bear with me, guys.
That is I mean, that is violent for not having full landfall.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna get blown away from. Okay, let's see. That's from Typhoon Yagi. A reminder to stay indoors. Okay.
Sturdy structure. Indoors over there might not be
Yeah.
best.
In Vietnam, having to clarify where it is. Alright. I made a post about it. Does this person. I'm gonna pull it off stream because I don't know what kind of content they post. Just want to make sure it's not on stream. Okay, they don't post much. Oh, they do post some of the disaster stuff. Nice, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'll turn on notifications for a bit.
The Hainan Island, whatever, they are already in a disaster relief. There are there are trucks delivering supplies and stuff already on the road.
Yeah, that
Like
makes
they're
sense.
wasting zero time to recover.
Yeah, I mean, if I pull up what it's looking like right now, I'll pull up around the 2 a.m.
I
They're
just
out of
got
the tropical storm force winds.
got a video from Hanoi
Alright, let's take a look at that.
posted 30 seconds ago.
Oh wow.
Nothing major. Um,
Alright, I'll pull this up.
but you can see wind gusts are picking up. Yeah, wind gusts are picking up there.
Yeah. Nothing much though, but interesting to watch.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, tropical storm force winds are likely leaving Hainan Island, so they have full, like they're able to start recovery.
Yes, which is perfect for them because they got hit about what 12 hours ago.
Yeah. Well, not 12
About
hours ago, 24.
24. Yes, so a full day ago.
Yep. It's been shocking how it's been able to maintain its pressure after hitting Hainan Island, and I mean, it was able to quickly escape over to water. That was interesting.
Yes.
Alright. So, time to pull up the latest radar frames. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
the eye is starting to close up. And as of, this was around, okay, I'm trying to do math in my head. 51 minus 37. Okay, that's around 14 minutes ago. Please, hopefully I'm right. Okay. Um, it looks
Mm-hmm.
like that the far eastern portion of that island is exiting the strongest part of the eye wall, and they should at this point be reaching the eye. Shouldn't take long for landfall. Should happen within the next 50 or so minutes.
Eye temp minus 17.
Huh? Eye temperature? Where are you?
But, I'm just now looking. I just saw a post about it on Twitter 14 minutes ago. Uh,
I'm seeing minus
eye temp.
51, but that's, of course, with the zenith angle.
Yeah, if that's your angle. I'm just looking,
Mm-hmm.
getting curious.
Water vapor is perfect for the storm. It's completely moist. Nothing to worry about with that.
Hmm.
Unvisible, it's very difficult to see the eye.
Yes.
Yeah. We're using infrared to be able to see where the center of the storm is, at least on here, but of course that's not the exact center. Radar paints a better picture.
Okay, this is just still a amazing storm.
Mm-hmm. The eye is starting to close off in terms of the amount of open space there is. The eye wall is not doing well on the northeastern side, thankfully.
Hmm.
But the eye wall should be approaching Haiphong pretty soon. At least the eye wall, yeah. Alright, I want to see the model run on. Never mind, they don't do it. Okay. Yeah, I was trying to see if they did it on Invest 95W. But nope, doesn't seem like it. I'm interested on seeing what they want for 90L. Alright, this one wants it to get absorbed. Should become a tropical depression, at least on that run. HWRF, let me take a look at this one. Oh wow, okay. They want this system winning. HAF's A model Okay, yeah, this is more helpful. Yeah, I can see that happening. Roughly hitting Louisiana as a strong tropical storm or whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Halves B, same kind of setup. It will take a while though, with both circulations spinning around one another. Yeah, we may have to do a stream on this if it does decide to hit Texas or Louisiana.
Yeah, especially. I mean, especially if it names for one reason, which I don't think it would. But
Mm-hmm.
the flooding risk, I believe they had a moderate risk for excessive rainfall.
Yes, they did. I'm
Uh,
gonna pull that up. Okay, so they have it for the remainder of today. So for
mhm.
around the next 6 hours or so, it will get downgraded to slight, and then you can see day 5 they have a slight risk for the Texas coast for that disturbance.
Yep.
Of course, the fronts they can't really predict it well at all. They have it as a frontal system connected to a warm front. They can't do a good job at forecasting it until the NHC marks it.
Hmm. And I believe somewhere up there around Arkansas, there's going to be a. I don't know if it was high pressure.
We have a
There's
front
a.
that recently became stationary. It should progress
There's
down as a cold front, and then it should die
there's going.
out by the time it reaches the coastline.
It'll be really dry north, and then down south there on that coast is going
You said dry air?
just dry. It's going to be dry up in the north,
Mm-hmm.
coming down to the
Oh, whoa,
Texas
yeah, I see it.
coast.
This right here,
Yeah.
correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yep.
Shouldn't be too much of a problem, though. It seems like, oh wow, the latest GFS run wants it to form.
Yeah, what's at the forum, but that's GFS.
Yeah, but I
One.
mean, they have picked up recently. That's something to note. Also, I have noticed this little disturbance. Oh yeah, that's going to become a gale. I don't really think it's going to. Here, I'll pull up the Weather Prediction Center for fronts. Yeah, it should
So did
remain
you check?
frontal. But of course, it's going to be another system to watch in case it's somehow forms because of the sea surface temperatures.
Did you check? Have you looked at Africa lately? And it's forming on the land.
Look at what?
We should see another go to Africa as of late. And what's on land? Start seeing another leaving the Africa.
Sorry, repeat it. You're glitching out a bit.
Oh, I'm glitching. Okay, so the in Africa, it
Africa,
looks
okay,
like they're
that system. Yep.
starting to form on land,
Yeah,
and
it's
it's going to send
super weird.
another wave out. Don't know why my mic's glitching out, but
Yeah, there's gonna
probably
be
because I
this one
laid
right here,
down.
headed towards the Capo Verde
Yeah.
Islands that need to be watching out. Also, they have, I think, is that 3 systems? Yeah, 3 different systems. Wow. I don't really think that's going to happen. There's only 2 watching out for this one and then this one.
Hmm.
Canadian model agrees. Well, actually, they want a little spin near Capo Verde. Euro has been so down on that system off of Africa forming.
Hmm.
Right there. Yep. Here, I can pull up ensembles to show a better picture of it.
Sorry, I'm googling
No worries.
uh, Vietnam right now. See if I can't find any more
Yeah,
pictures coming in. Wish I had some traffic cameras or something to look at, but
yeah, they don't really have much. Alright, is it about to turn into 060?
Yep. We should be nearing the land. Fuck. Chinese. Do. I did see there's something out. Super Typhoon Yagi kills 2 in China
I
and
believe it.
injures like 92.
Yeah.
I believe it. It's just like I've seen varying bunch of things. I mean, even Wikipedia says it's higher.
How many deaths is Wikipedia showing?
Let me go. Got media really quick. Do. They're saying 21 plus fatalities, 119 plus 21.
Wow. Okay. I'm gonna actually pull that up. Let's see.
Maybe that's Philippines too, but
Oh yeah, forgot the Philippines. Oh nice, they have an actual satellite loop of its landfall. Okay, so Philippines. I don't see anything about deaths.
it just says I'll get just gives like Yagi approaching, and total typhoon has caused at least 18 deaths, 27 and 21 people missing,
Hmm.
$18 million worth of. There's nothing's like broken down yet,
Oh, hold on, now
so
I found impacts. Here we go, I had to scroll down. I was looking at preparations.
oh
Oh yeah, they're just
oh
adding things.
yeah,
Yep, 2 people were killed, 90. Yeah, I see.
Philippines got it a lot worse than what I
I
thought
like
they
how they
did.
mentioned 32 trees specifically were downed. Like they were able to count all the trees.
Yeah, different.
I'm guessing that
They counted the
most.
homes too.
Oh, yeah.
589 homes, 51 destroyed
Wow, okay.
in Rizal. Yeah,
I don't really
wow.
get how they're getting the fatality numbers.
I don't know
Fatal.
how they are either because they got Vietnam already. Uprooted trees, injured 4 people, killed 1 in Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City.
Mm-hmm.
Injured 2 and killed 1. Some roofs blown off. Like I haven't. Where's this of Vietnam? Because I haven't got a report of anything from Vietnam other than what I showed you.
Yeah.
I mean, winds are picking up. Obviously, I could start seeing some weird stuff happening.
Yep. Okay, I'm gonna see if we have the new data from the airports.
Oh yeah, because we're on another half hour.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. This is showing it from 33 minutes ago, so no, not yet.
Okay, so any minute now we should start getting.
Yeah, yeah, we should any minute now. And once the new radar frame loads, I will make another Twitter post.
Man, Yagi's terrifying.
Yeah, thankfully though, the eye is starting to clear or starting to fade away. You're able to like count the amount of pixels that are left in the eye.
Hmm.
The western side is extremely bulky. They're right along here, covering that entire island.
Yeah. Hmm.
Thankfully, though, the eastern side it won't be as bad. It shouldn't be, at least.
No, like the the initial hit is going to really suck,
Yeah,
but the back half is
it's
going to
just
be
going to
a
be rain
little
for
bit
a long period of
pain.
time, and also strong winds, of course. But it's not going to be as bad as this front, eye wall.
Yeah, exactly. Hopefully, this area doesn't see another one of these for long.
I mean, them seeing this for the first time ever is just bad enough.
Right, but when I think of Vietnam, though, it's always the river deltas, and
Yeah.
it just makes me think of absolute terrible flooding.
Mm-hmm. So yeah,
I
here
mean,
the eastern eye wall is kind of building back, but it's so small and it's so faint. This is supposed to be the eye or eye wall, but it's not doing so well,
yeah,
mainly because of land.
I've got a 186 mile per hour, or 186 kilometer per hour out at Cam Pha.
Mm-hmm. All right, this stuff still has not updated yet. I'm gonna refresh the page.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, still no update. Should update within the next 5 minutes. As soon as that does, I'm gonna make the Twitter post about how strong the winds are.
Oh, hey, that same guy, that same Twitter account that we had that one post from posted again already.
Oh, they did?
And yes, another video of the wind gust picking. It says,
I guess it
translate.
should know.
Typhoon Yagi is about to make landfall in Vietnam with the center of Haiphong and Hanoi.
Mm-hmm.
Haiphong City's winds certainly gust strongly, one rolling like paper
Here,
before
I'll
the
pull it up
power
on
of the
stream.
wind. That's a rolling door for
Yeah,
everybody.
well,
So that's metal. You
yep.
bring it down to shut and close a business.
I'll probably make a post saying this is why you should be in an interior room. How does that sound?
Yeah, 100% agree.
Mm-hmm. And where is this occurring in? Vietnam and
That's high
Korea.
fong.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's high fong again.
Look at this door being in Vietnam from Typhoon Yagi. Another reason why you should be in the most interior room. And away from windows and doors.
Hmm.
Alright, time
Can't
to post
stress
some more
enough.
tags. Let's see, Typhoon. And then Yagi. Here we go. Okay. Now let's see if we got new observations.
7 seconds ago, breaking. Typhoon, Super Typhoon Yagi landfall in northern Vietnam state.
What says that?
Uh, some guy. Let's see what he was. He's an AFP journalist.
Can you post it in the, instead of in SM Yagi, can you post it in the live hurricane coverage group
Sure, I
chat?
can.
Thank you. Just because I don't know how accurate it is.
Yeah, he's stating it. They have made landfall.
Yeah, I don't. They aren't really clarifying how it made landfall. I don't think it's made landfall just yet.
Um, got another. Sending it again in the hurricane coverage chat.
Mm-hmm.
Live Hanoi.
All right, nice. I'll show that on stream.
Yeah, that is a. That's some brutal rain with winds to boot.
Yep. Wow. Okay. Yep. Makes sense. Doesn't look too bad. Of course. Well, actually, no, it does. You can see the light posts swaying along with the trees.
Yeah, but that's Hanoi. That's the outer band.
Yeah. Let me pull up where that is.
We're not in the
Hanoi is. Wait, where even is Hanoi?
more inland.
Oh, dang.
Uh,
Okay. Wow. Yeah.
go the Haifa.
Yep. I see it.
Yeah,
Thank you. Wow.
yeah. What when Crazy said you needed to move your typhoon force winds out a little bit more, that's why.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really think they're getting it because keep in mind it's land. I will pull up a rough idea on the Typhoon Force Wind field.
Hmm.
Okay, let's see. Here we go. I mean, I guess there's the possibility they get some, but I don't really. Like, this is where it should make landfall, and you can see this purple color being all the Typhoon Force winds. How they don't extend as far inland.
Right,
And then this color right
right.
here is roughly Category 2 force winds, and it's broken up on the northern side because, land. And then Cat 3 winds are
Hmm.
all along here, and then Cat 4 winds in this model wants it right here. And of course, as it goes further inland, it's going to be losing its strength. This one only wants a Cat 3 right here, Cat 2 force winds right along here, and then, Hurricane force or Typhoon force winds all along here in the purple. But if I go back to right
Yep.
around now when it makes its landfall, the damaging force winds are going to be this red color. So, of course, they extend further inland than the typhoon force. And then tropical storm force, this is the stuff where, emergency crews can't really do much, is in this green color. And so it extends a lot further
Hmm.
inland and a lot wider. As we go in time, the typhoon force wind should begin to shrink, and the damaging as well. Tropical storm force wind should be able to reach further inland. And then if we go further in time, the pressure is still going to be low, but typhoon force winds are going to be a lot smaller and it's going to be weaker. Damaging winds though are going to be all along the core. Meaning wherever the center moves, it's going to be very important because right along it is going to be the damaging winds. And then as you can see, tropical storm force winds will extend far out to sea and then also go further inland. In around 12 hours, this is
The
where it should be. It should lose all typhoon force winds and have some damaging winds in it and tropical storm force winds as well.
with flooding ramping up, of course.
Yeah. If I go in further, it should lose all damaging winds, go down to tropical storm status, and then weaken by around 24 hours. It should be losing all tropical storm force winds. Should be either a very weak tropical storm or tropical depression at that point. Sorry, I'm just.
Oh, while we've been watching this, did you see 9DL?
What happened with it?
We're at 60.
Oh wait, hold on. Not 90L. It's going to be the system just to the south. It's the Caribbean one they're tracking. Yeah, thanks for pointing that
Yeah,
out.
yeah,
They upped it to
yeah. The
40,
one Bay
60.
of
Interesting.
Camp, yep, Bay of Campchi or whatever. Like
Campeche, I think.
Yeah,
And
something
they've
like
upped
that.
the
Like I
other
said.
disturbance to its 030. They still have not tagged the one off of Africa. Eastern Pacific,
Nope.
it's still 030. And that is going to be a threat to Mexico. I mean, possibly, because it is including the coastline.
Mm-hmm. Yep, they upgraded it. This would be Francine if it does form.
Yeah. Alright, let's see if we can get the new surface observations. Alright, here we go. This just came out. They're still getting hurricane or typhoon force wind gust. Pressure went from it's staying at 975 millibars. Now Haiphong, its pressure has gone from 980 to 978 millibars, gust from 53 to now 55. And now over the past 24 hours they've accumulated an inch of rain. And same thing with the system over or by wherever this is, near Halong.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I'm going to make a post about it. Let's see if the satellite or radar is updated. Nice, there we go. I want to know what island that is. That is right here. Dio Katsba. Dio Katba. I'm gonna look that up off screen. Okay, I just completely forgot what it was. Okay, Deo Katba. Deo Katba. Katba Island. Okay, I'll make a post about it. Alright, let me quote tweet it. 06Z update. Typhoon Yagi. Yagi's eye wall is um or let me do Typhoon Yagi's western eye wall is impacting or is currently over Kappa Island, which is expected to receive a landfall within the next hour. We are currently live covering the system.
Mm-hmm.
Tropics weather, Typhoon Yagi, Vietnam. Okay. So we should be actually within the next 30 minutes a landfall. I do believe that. I will pull up
Yeah.
radar over the past 30 minutes, compare it. That's just 30 minutes. Yeah, I think that's fine. Also, this is out of date, so this is out of date by 30 minutes. So yeah, and it's still out of date by 30 minutes. Okay, so yeah, I mean, I do think that a landfall within the next 30 minutes is likely. We won't be able to see the radar frame for like 45 minutes. Alright, man, no one's been watching the YouTube stream for a while. That sucks.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Gonna try and
I'm
refresh it.
gonna
Maybe the scale's broken, I don't know.
another
Yeah.
video in from Haifong.
Oh, nice, you have
We're
one?
out in the middle of a field. Um, he takes his camera over and looks at the high power tower, and they're swaying.
Okay, let me pull that up on stream.
Chào bà con. Bây giờ là 11 giờ 5 phút ngày mùng 7 tháng 9 năm 2024. Cập nhật bão số 3 tại xã Trung Lập, huyện Vĩnh Bảo, thành phố Hải Phòng.
Oh yeah, look at how fast the clouds are moving as well.
Hiện tại gió đã to.
Yep. It's
Trên đây là
fast.
đường dây điện cao thế. Gió thổi rít qua dây điện. Nghe tiếng kêu như tổ bay. Trên đầu cột điện có những trụ xứ bị gió thổi nghiêng và tạo ra tiếng rít như sáo diều. Tôi đứng ở đây dựa vào cây nhưng mà bị ngã mấy
And
lần
the
rồi.
grass is moving so fast.
I think that's right. I don't know if it's a rice paddy or whatever he's
Bản
in.
tin sau.
It's... I'm gonna make another post about that on Twitter. Let me just turn on the volume.
Chào bà con. Bây giờ là 11 giờ 5 phút ngày mùng 7 tháng 9 năm 2024. Cập nhật bão số 3 tại xã Trung Lập, huyện Vĩnh Bảo, thành phố Hải Phòng.
I mean, I think we should see Landfall here within
Hiện tại
10
gió đã
minutes.
to.
Yeah. Well, not 10 minutes. I'd say within the next... let's see, what do I have here? Within the next 22 minutes.
Nghe tiếng kêu như tổ bay. Trên đầu cột điện
Yeah, but I'm just seeing a couple more people here saying Landfall,
như
land.
sáo diều. Tôi
Maybe
đứng ở
not.
đây dựa vào cây nhưng mà
Just
bị ngã mấy lần rồi.
a little bit of time is all it needs, and they'll be there.
Tình hình cập nhật tạm như thế.
Yep.
Hẹn gặp lại bà con bản tin sau. Chào bà con. Bây giờ là 11 giờ 5 phút ngày mùng 7 tháng 9 năm 2024. Cập nhật bão số 3
I'm posting it on
xã
Twitter.
Trung Lập, huyện Vĩnh Bảo, thành phố Hải Phòng.
Typhoon Yagi Advisory number 17.
Trên đây là đường dây
Category
điện
4
cao thế.
Yagi.
Gió thổi rít
Wait, is it
qua dây
updated?
điện.
Is it posted?
I think this is like unofficial account that just tweeted that, unless it's
Can you send it?
yeah, I'll send it to you. You follow them like
Is it Joint Cyclone Center?
no, I don't think so. It's called
Oh, is it IPTWC?
yes,
Okay,
that
nice.
one.
I trust them. They're it's not
IPT
official.
IPTCWC hosts Typhoon Advisory 17, 926 millibar, 130 mile per hour, Cat 4, 6 on Dovrik,
Yeah, that makes sense.
Dvorak.
So
I
they
would
have it
say
as a
that
low in
is
Cat 4. I believe it.
yeah. I would say that's what we're looking at, like 95%.
Mm-hmm.
The other 5% of me is thinking is a little bit higher.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's falling apart. Oops, it's okay.
Oh yeah, it's land interaction is already starting to take a toll.
Let me post another thing. Tropics weather, typhoon, and then Yagi. There we go. Posted it on Twitter. Alright. So let's take a look at the latest radar frames. Okay, this one is interesting. It still shows that there may be a newer eye wall just to the east right here. Not doing so good though. The main eye wall is
I'm
supposed
gonna
to be...
say it ain't doing too hot.
Yeah. The southwestern side though is very thick.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't seem like the island is going to get a landfall.
Their project there's the Thailand media um, forecasting possible heavy rainfall and wind hit Thailand. Yagi.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I know Laos is, but I haven't seen anything from like this is straight up. Wait, hold on. I can't translate that. It's actually something from the Thai government. I can't translate.
Oh dang. Okay.
It's an official document.
All right.
I just put it in the hurricane coverage for you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I
Uh,
can't translate.
are you on phone or what are you on right now?
I'm on my phone. I'm not on my computer.
All right. I'll try and do it. Let me do it off screen. Translate image. Come on, please let me do Google Translate. Images. Paste. Allow. Perfect. Okay. I'm gonna pull this up on stream now in a moment. So this was just recently, right? Alright,
Yes.
I'm gonna read this out loud and pull it up here. There we go. Okay, at 7:00 today at 7 September, Typhoon Yagi in the Gulf of Tonkin has its center approximately 250 kilometers southeast of Hanoi, Vietnam, or at latitude 20.5 degrees north, longitude 108.1 east. Sorry, with maximum wind speeds of approximately. Now I know that that's okay. Yeah, near the center of approximately 158 kilometers per hour. Storm is moving west at a speed of approximately 20 kilometers per hour. I am going to do a quick thing. 2 miles per hour. Okay, that's around 12 miles per hour. It is expected to make landfall in Quang Ninh, Vietnam today, after which it will weaken into tropical storm and then depression in sequence. This will cause heavy to very heavy rainfall in the north and upper northeastern regions with strong winds in some areas during September 7th through 8th. In addition, the southwest monsoon is quite strong, covering the Andaman Sea, the south, and the Gulf of Thailand. This will cause some areas of Thailand to experience heavy rain, with very heavy rain in some areas of the north, the upper northeast, and the east and the west coast of the south. Okay, people in these areas should be very, sorry, people in these areas should be careful of the dangers of heavy rain, accumulated rain, which may cause flash floods and forest runoff, especially on hillsides near waterways and lowlands. Right, the waves in the Andaman Sea and upper Gulf of Thailand are quite strong. Where is the Gulf of Thailand? It's going to be here, I guess. Wait, no, where is it? This? Yeah, okay. Down here. So that's different. That's not really
Thailand.
related to it.
Yeah.
Leaving until September 8th. Okay. Nice. So they have it at 158 kilometers per hour. Let's see how accurate that is. No, 100 miles per hour. Not really.
Yeah, they're kind of off with their forecasting too. It seems like with this storm, the Asian forecasts have significantly downput the storm,
Mm-hmm.
whereas we have
Keep in mind they
pretty
also
much
use
kept
different
it.
wind measurements, like 3 minutes or 5 minute or 10 minute. It all depends on where.
Yeah, those the 10-minute ones throw me off too. So I
Yeah.
mean, if that's an average of your 10 minutes
Mm-hmm.
coming.
All right. Starting now, part of the island of Ketba Island is now going to be in some of the eye. It seems like it's not exactly that good of an eye. A landfall within the next 15 minutes is probably likely.
Hmm.
This is 20 minutes out of date, so it's probably much closer. Someone says hi. They say HIH in the chat. Hello. How are you all doing today?
I found a live stream of Vietnam.
Alright, is it showing anything interesting?
The rain is impeccably terrible, but the wind is starting to pick up.
Okay. Can you send it in?
Yeah, I can send it. It's an actual live stream. They're live right now.
Is it on YouTube? Is it an automated live
It's on
stream?
Twitter. It is on Twitter. It looks like it's a camera.
Okay, so you sent it, alright.
There are
Oh, hold on.
157
First,
people
I'm going to
watching
show
it.
the damage.
Hmm.
I'm going to show that first. Let's see. Wow, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. What even is that? Those aren't really windows.
It's like a camera.
Well, no, I'm
Oh,
talking about
that's my
this for a second.
damage. That damage. It's like wouldn't call them like shingles,
Tiles,
but
but
it's not. Yes, that Ritz Carlton hotel is mad.
yeah, that's going to take a lot to recover.
Panels. I would just call them panels.
Yeah, panels. Because at first I thought they were windows blown out, but no.
No, I
Alright, that
stripped
is
the
going to be
exterior
expensive.
off of it.
Alright, and then time to pull up the live stream.
Yeah, yeah. There's. It's just showing your typical rain and stuff right now.
Yeah. Yeah, you can also see the wind being blown. Or I
Yeah.
mean, the rain being blown by the wind.
I just can't tell. I don't think it really says where in the country it's. So it might not be Haiphong City where we're going to see the landfall.
Oh, wow, okay. Yeah, oh, wow, I really like this graphic showing, like the typhoon force damaging and then,
Mm-hmm.
the tropical storm force. That's really nice, this graphic. Yeah, and surge is going to be really bad.
I don't even want to start thinking about that. I mean, it's going to get insane.
Yep.
I mean, they're talking like 16 feet, maybe. And everything up to Hanoi is
Okay, pretty soon we should have a new observation report from both of the airports. I'm going to see if they
let's say
have.
we're
Yeah, they haven't gotten it yet. Oh, wait, no, hold on. They just did. And another airport just appeared. Wait, no, hold on. Did they? This is confusing. Alright, so this is from 30 minutes ago. I think I already. Yeah, that's the same. 975 millibars. This station right here is down to 973. near Haiphong, and then this other one is 977 millibars, but this hasn't updated yet. Sorry, and more stations just appeared. Maybe because of the time, it being 06Z. Yeah, let me pull up this one. Yeah, it's because it's 06Z. They just appeared. Alright. So we're around, should be less than 10 minutes away from landfall.
Yeah.
I really wish that radar was more up to date. It is a pain trying to figure this out. Because this right here is 25 minutes out of date.
Ooh.
I mean, if I go 25 minutes back, it would be around here, so yeah, it should be extremely close to landfall right now. Oh, well, take a look at all these new supercells developing. To the
It's a
east, this has
supercell
really big
chain.
tornadic potential. They've broken apart.
Hmm.
Yeah, the eye is almost cleared up, or almost not cleared up. Sorry, filled in. I mean, satellite shows it likely making landfall a while ago, but I'm
Western
not
eye
so
wall of
confident.
Super Typhoon Yagi Vietnam
What's up?
video. I have Katba Island video.
Oh, that is exactly where it's gonna make landfall. Please show.
It's a
What's
trees
this?
down. Western eye wall of Super Typhoon Yagi
Yep, let me
over
pull that up on stream.
Katba, Vietnam.
Tầm ảnh hưởng của nó thì đã rất là kinh khủng rồi. Vâng. Đây là hai cây vừa bị đổ tại đường
Why are
Tố Hữu
people
Nguyễn
still out
Trãi.
on the roads?
Vâng, đây là
Is that actually Katba Island? No, that isn't. That's Hanoi.
Hanoi is
Whoa,
way
this is
inland.
actually crazy footage right here. Whoa.
Those large trees are starting to already get Hanoi. And Hanoi is more inland.
Mm-hmm.
This is
The northeastern, the true force of... Whoa, okay. This is crazy right here.
what you got.
I just liked a tier. I'm showing it right now. I'm gonna make a post about it on Twitter. I just liked the post. Why isn't it showing up on my like? Oh, there it is. All right. What's this?
Oh yeah, that is some violent.
Yep.
I saw something like that a little bit ago, but somebody had already put music over it, and I just
Yeah.
like did it a montage like that.
see, this is Hanoi. And this is Hanoi. And Hanoi's Vietnam, I believe, yeah. From Typhoon Yagi.
I also posted another one in Yagi chat.
Alright, I'll pull
It
that up in a
says,
moment.
it was from Hainan earlier. Some crazy videos.
Alright, let's see. Landfall should be occurring pretty soon. Alright. Oh my god, the music. Okay. Here. I'm gonna pull it up.
Not that one. Not that one. The second video.
Okay.
Oh, I never watched the first video because I was like, that's just a blown out window. I wanted something down in the carport like yours. That wind is brutal. Someone's gonna put music over something.
Why is there music? Okay. Oops, sorry. Let me go back. Alright.
Time 2024-09-07 at 5:58 Zulu. Typhoon Yagi makes landfall, Vietnam.
Who posted that?
Going to check a credibility of source. It's satellite image. You follow them.
Is it IPTWC?
No, it's a guy named Ben.
Oh, Ben. Okay, can you post the tweet?
Yeah.
Yeah, if I follow them, it's most likely, like, I mean, it's probably not official, but it's pretty good. I've seen his post before. I mean, that's an opinion-based post he made. I don't know, it's very close. Alright, so this imagery is around 20 minutes old, and it shows almost the center of it making landfall.
Mm-hmm. I would say.
Take a look at these
I would
images, though,
say.
of the car being crushed by a tree.
Yeah, I saw a couple of those too. Those are nuts.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna quote tweet it. Oh, okay, let me go over here. Sorry, okay, I'm showing you all me tweeting it, okay. Please do not be out on the roads during Typhoon Yagi. You do not want to be you do not want a tree to fall. I don't know how to phrase it. Okay, you do not want a tree to fall on you. You don't want a tree to fall on you. Alright. Trees are a real hazard. Trees falling are a real hazard and have fallen on vehicles and blocked roads. There we go. In Vietnam. Let me put that in. Okay, let's see. Typhoon. And then Yagi. There we go. There we go. We have
Nerve.
landfall right now on the timer here. So.
Yep. Nerve. Real-time earthquake, tsunami, typhoon info for Japan. They run an app. They post typhoon number 11 report. 1545 Typhoon Yagi, very strong. Vietnam, 935 millibar, west northwest at 20 mile an hour, or 20 kilometers per hour.
Yeah, I see that. I'm gonna ask the team real quick. Let me see. Actually, no one's online. I just realized. Um,
It's just me.
yeah. I mean, I'm just saying, even in the Discord server for that one team, no one's online to discuss it. So honestly, it's up to us. I'm fine calling it a landfall if you are.
I am good at calling it land.
I'm gonna
Lots
wait
of
for
other
the
people.
imagery to actually load, of course, for the landfall before I say anything. We'll probably keep the stream running for another 15 minutes.
Yeah, I would say another 15 minutes, see what's going on.
hmm
Um,
Pressure has risen to 977 millibars near Halong, and pressure has fallen to 968 millibars in Haiphong. Gusts there have increased quickly to 78 miles per hour, so they are now getting typhoon force gust.
I really didn't think about this, and the more I've seen it, the
The more you've seen that,
oh,
what?
hold on, I have a landfall here. Yagi, has Fang Shengyang the radar shows has landfalled in Haiphong at 1:30 p.m. Vietnam time at a 130 mile per hour Category 4.
Who posted
Interest
that?
there, it was Lim WX.
Ah, okay.
Interest there, Hanoi should rush preparations to completion. Landfall.
Yeah.
Backperch Weather has also retweeted it.
Alright.
So we are at landfall. But the motorbikes, there's an Haiphong City uh, exposed motorbikes on the freeway there. Um, Trucks are pulling up beside them and traveling slow with them, so they don't get blown by the extreme wind.
Well, okay.
I need Google Translate. Gosh dang it. Yeah, a lot more sources are lot of more people on Twitter are saying landfall now.
Yeah, I'd say it
Yep, I'd say
has made landfall. I'm just waiting on the image to confirm it.
yeah, the image that never comes because it's 22 minutes.
Yeah, oh my god. Okay, now we finally got a frame that's 14 minutes old.
It's going to confirm at your well, since you're in Florida, it's going to confirm at 2:30, which will be 1:30 Vietnam.
This is 33, so yeah, this looks
So it
like it.
should be
I'm
like
gonna post it. Um,
category 4 landfall.
here we go. I'll do 06 at, let's say I'll do 45Z. Or no, I'll do
Hmm.
30Z, that's fine, I guess. Update. Um, it appears that Typhoon Yagi has made a historical Category 4 landfall on... Okay, let me copy and paste the Katba because it has an accent on it. On Katba Island. With winds of 130 miles per hour. Then, let's say... Okay, I forget the city name. It is going to be Haiphong.
Haiphong.
Haiphong
Yep.
recently has reported wind gust of typhoon force. Typhoon, and then Let's see, Yagi. Actually, I'm gonna download satellite imagery real quick on it. So I'm gonna post satellite instead of radar.
You do that, and I'm going to take a quick second here to redirect to our nice system in the Gulf.
Mm-hmm.
Flash flood warnings for St. Charles and parts of St. John's in Louisiana. While rain has started to wane up to an rain is foreseen with some higher amounts. It's still possible 3 to 4 inches of rain is already.
Mm-hmm.
That is out around New Orleans. There are,
Mm-hmm. Let's see. I think
just
there's
so you
been.
can get you. Mhm.
All right, the stream's been going on for 3 hours now. So it made landfall approximately the same time as yesterday. What it did yesterday.
Yeah, 24 hours ago. 25 hours. Chase woke. Chase tries to wake me up at 2 o'clock.
Yeah. My God. I mean, at least it's daytime for them, so they're able to watch and get the news.
Yes.
But the problem is then they're going to be driving around during it and actually awake. It's better, I think, when it hits at nights when they're actually, asleep.
hmm It's kind of weird. You got a 12-hour gap,
Yeah.
13-hour gap for Asia.
Honestly, I
So
love China's standard time, Taiwan's time, and the Philippines time because it's exactly 12 hours opposite of me. So I
yep.
can just say, 3 o'clock, and then they'll know it's 3 o'clock. So,
Yes, sir.
alright. Here's the latest frame. This was as of 38. Yeah, the center looks like it has made landfall. It's going to be making another landfall probably pretty soon.
Because it hit an island.
Yep. There's a bunch of small islands, so it's pretty hard to tell what would be a landfall and what isn't.
Yeah, it's gonna hit it'll do its landfall thing
Hmm.
for mainland Vietnam.
Alright. So I'm going to pull up the entire satellite loop of the storm. There we go, right here. Let's see, so we started our stream, I don't remember when. Right around here-ish is when we started. And then there it is now.
hmm
Notice the spikes right here that have stayed.
Yeah, the spikes. But
I don't
how
know what that
slow
is.
this?
Sure, I'm gonna download that real quick. Just because I'm curious as to what those are. It's probably mountains or something like that. I'm confused though. Is it visible on satellites? Where'd I go? There it is. No, not really. Okay. Huh. Okay, yeah. Let's see. Surface observations. That station's not going to show us much. Well, it's down to 993 millibars. Yeah, this should give us a good estimate on how strong it is. Haifeng once the center of the storm moves over it. Man, there's a bunch of supercells right on the northeastern quadrants. that are heading into mainland China. That's going to cause some flash flooding as well. But thankfully, it's not as heavy rain rates as it was before. But of course, that really saturated the ground.
Right, flash flooding, but tornadic threat if it's
Yeah.
which will be hard to track with.
Okay. It's been interesting seeing the evolution of this storm throughout the entire time, seeing its eye start dwindling down.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't think this thing was going to turn into any form by the Philippines
Mm-hmm.
because I thought the Philippines was going to kill it,
Yeah.
and I was wrong because it formed after, or technically, it really formed when it was leaving the Philippines.
Well, no, it did. It did form before hitting the Philippines.
It formed before, or did it form in the middle of the?
No, it formed before. Here, I'll show it to you. Right here is when it
Yeah,
formed.
because I vaguely remember.
Here it formed, and it was actually quickly, and I do believe it quickly, rapidly intensified briefly before making landfall, and then of course
Mm-hmm.
weakened, and then it explosively intensified. All right,
Yeah, this storm
so
has been a heck of a storm to
yep.
track.
So let's talk about all the systems that are remaining right now. So, Lepi is now post-tropical, heading out to sea. It could impact Alaska. That has been a thing with that storm. I'll pull it up right here. And Zombies do want it
Did
to
you
head
say
towards
Hone?
Alaska.
You said Hone.
Lepi, I meant. Lepi.
Oh, okay.
That storm. Hone shouldn't really do much. I don't have much faith in it. It could become a pop-up storm, but really it's just going to be a trough and not have a circulation anymore. With 94W, it shouldn't really do much. It's going to be heading out over towards China. Shouldn't form. We gave it a 10% chance. 95W, that has a medium chance of formation, okay. That system's going to be something to watch out for Guam. We'll do a stream on that if it does become a typhoon, and it does look like it will make landfall. Keep in mind, it's a small island. It's around, let's see, like 30 miles across, so it's a small target. We'll see, though. For the system in the
Small
North Indian
target,
Ocean, this
but
shouldn't do
our
much.
American.
Yeah. And then we also have, our disturbance out in the open Atlantic. Shouldn't do anything. Of course, our next stream will probably be this disturbance. If it hits Louisiana or Texas, it'd have to be a tropical storm for us to stream on that. And I don't have much worry about the thing in the
Right.
eastern Pacific. That shouldn't do much. It may skirt along Mexico, and it may actually impact the, oh god, what is this called? Baja California, that. And
Baja
then, of
California,
course, we
yeah.
lastly
Baja
have,
Peninsula.
huh? Alright, so,
Baja California, yeah. I was
yep.
just agreeing. Yeah.
Yeah, and then we lastly have, Typhoon Yagi, which has made landfall. It should progressively weaken. It's going to be slow to occur, but it's mainly going to be because of the swampiness of the terrain. Let's see. Does it even have an eye in that latest frame? It doesn't have any clear pixels, I don't think. So now it's back to really not having an eye. You can kind of see the clear slot, but it's not completely clear. Yeah, there we go. Latest frame. It's filled in. So yeah, that definitely is a landfall. Of course, the radar is around 14
Okay.
minutes late. Alright, so that system
It
should
being
become a...
late
should reach, I believe, what is that? Laos. Should reach Laos as a, I don't really
Laos.
think a tropical storm. It should be a tropical depression, and then die out over. Is this a country? Yunnan? I do not know. Yunnan.
Not that I know of.
I've never heard of that. Okay, Chinese province. Okay. So it might actually go back over China briefly.
No, Vietnam, Laos, Cambodia, Thailand are all right there.
Yep, all jumbled together. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. We'll be back with the next hurricane, typhoon, or cyclone threat, wherever it is across the world. And we'll see you in the next threats. Goodbye.